Hilfiger. Boss hog tapping in Saturday evening. This is the Star Report. All right. I'm a little exhausted. I was at the gym today. I want to tell you about that. I also want to tell you about 2 Mammy episodes that I had today. I truly believe there's some type of Mammy network, and they've got me lined up. I'll get to that later, okay? My main topic, as you can see, as most of you should know by now, the supposed Chinese spy balloon has been shot down by the U.S. military off of the coast of South Carolina. Now, I'm a high school dropout. Most of you know this. If you don't, class of 82 is when I was supposed to graduate. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I've been a science fiction reader and a film lover all of my life. All of my life. That's my thing, sci-fi, you know? And also a history reader and religion as well, you know? So I want to throw something at you. We're doing a conspiracy show tonight, even though I say I don't do conspiracy shows. It's a Saturday. I got myself some more Kettle One, and I want to go there. I want to go there. Good evening, folks. How you guys doing? Can you hear me? Deeds, are we okay? Audio spelling, okay? So, U.S. military, given orders by our president. I didn't vote for him. Most of you did. They shot it down today. What are your thoughts early? What are your thoughts? Because I've got a theory. It's just, just a theory. I'm a thinking nigga. Some of you say I'm a tragic mulatto. Okay, whatever. Okay, Deeds says everything is good. Thank you, Deeds. Here's my theory. Again, being a science fiction lover, and history, and even somewhat sort of studying the dynasties of China, going back to the Bronze Age and so on and so forth. If I were the leader of China and I wanted to inflict harm, pain, tragedy upon America, I would not send fighter jets. I would not try to do some type of nuclear arsenal. No, I would send a fucking balloon. In that balloon would be some type of chemical warfare. Stay with me, laugh if you will. I would send a big ass balloon. Knowing that COVID didn't work, COVID came from China. A salute to my nigga Trump. What did Trump call COVID? The Kung Fu virus? Wonton Fu? What did Trump call COVID? COVID didn't work. I mean, it took a lot of people down. But, I would send a big-ass fucking balloon in hopes, catch this, in hopes that you would shoot it down over water. Why over water as opposed to over land? Well, nigga Star, he don't know. Well, the messenger to the black man once upon a time, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, even he said, well, I'm just going to paraphrase, when it's on, and your water supplies will be attacked. China, inventors of all sorts of chemical warfare. Something may have fallen into the ocean. Now the fishing and everything else off of the coast of South Carolina, I don't know the particulars about what's fishing out of that particular area. Or isn't Myrtle Beach down there? Huh? Elvis the Chef, where are you? I want to go there tonight with conspiracy theories. Florida Boy Jay, hold on a second, and I need to text on the block with Jen as well. Okay, Deeds sent me a text. Okay, thank you, Deeds. I will correct that. Thank you, Deeds. The water. Now, it's ocean water, not necessarily the drinking water, but, who knows what you're going to be eating, what we're going to be eating out of the ocean. Chemical warfare now in the ocean, in my opinion. Mutations will start with the fucking fish and the mammals. Who's the bright guy or bright female at the Pentagon who said, we should shoot it down, President Biden? Or did the old man himself say, shoot it down? Again, they were trying to shoot it down, or they thought about taking it down on Wednesday. That's my top story tonight. Okay? Also, Charles Barkley recently went on, what is that show with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson? The podcast. Charles Barkley addressed he and Michael Jordan's still ongoing tension over a decade. They used to be best friends, according to Charles Barkley. And I've seen Jordan sitting with Charles Barkley years ago, and they were talking about their friendship. I don't know the details, but I want to ask you guys, those of you who are sports aficionados, can that relationship be patched? Should it be patched up? Charles Barkley's a hoe-ass nigga. I'm just going to keep it real. Great stats. You know, I've watched him play back in the days. I can't deny his greatness. No, he's ringless, but I can't deny his greatness. I think he was always jealous of Michael Jordan. Troll babies, yes, no, maybe? Michael Jordan's in a different league. That conversation that you have with other guys when you're talking about the championships, that's not a conversation Barkley he can't relate, you know? Those guys are sitting around smoking big-ass cigars talking about, yeah, remember my wife left me, took all my shit, man, but I won the ring. Yeah, you know? Jordan, 6 championships, as you know. I'm going to say again, the greatest, Michael Jordan. Yes, no, maybe? Now, Fat Man Barkley, who was exposed by, I think it was Jason Williams, a.k.a. Shotgun, pow! He killed a man with a shotgun, right? Played with the New Jersey Nets. I could have swore I saw him up on Vlad TV saying Fat Man Barkley didn't even like to practice. He would sit on the goddamn, or get on the treadmill with his McDonald's. Black Racist, I got your donation. Okay, thank you, Black Racist. You want to call in? I want all conspiracy theories tonight. I think it was chemical warfare in there. They're talking about whatever it was, you know, the spying device. It's going to be hard to find it. It's dropping down into the ocean. Spying device? That was probably some type of advanced device that would guide the goddamn balloon. Anyway, thank you, Black Racist. So my question, again, with regards to Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan, can that relationship be patched up, or who was wrong? Who was wrong? And for those of you who know what I'm talking about, Barkley years ago, he addressed Michael Jordan being a part owner and GM and not going to win, you know, if he didn't hire different people. He was hiring too many of his friends. Is that how the story went, folks? He was hiring too many of his friends, and Barkley says, "Oh, I was just doing my job." I don't think so. I think Barkley was really trying to say some coon shit, and he did. It rubbed Jordan the wrong way, and Jordan, as you know, best friends do. Hey, man, what the fuck you doing? Anyway, the point is, Charles Barkley said on the podcast with Matt Barnes, if I didn't mention him already, that Jordan's last words to him were, "Motherfucker, fuck you." Okay? Also, I'm going to have On the Block with Jen tap in, or I think she's going to tap in. There's something going on with another one of the HBCUs. Dana, are you out there? No, I'm sorry. Dana, a little bit later if you have time, Dana. But Janet, where's Janet? Janet was sending me goddamn links all day about Hispanic news. What's going on, Janet? Are the Hispanics taking over? What the hell is going on? On my screen right now, a Latina, a very nice-looking young girl, 22 years of age, crowned Miss Copen State University. I've never been to that university. In Maryland, yes? Copen, never been there. Black women are upset. It's got a lot of history, that particular school. Coppin, that's how you say that, Coppin. Coppin University. 22 years old, she's Miss Coppin State University. Why are people upset, Or HBCUs now just trying to get the bag, or are they trolling? They hired probably not hired, gave a scholarship to the white kid, said the N-word, brought him in, and then released him. And I think there was another HBCU. Was it Hampton University? Something went on. Give me a second, guys. I want to get everything situated. Yeah. Okay, maybe is this Janet? Area code 973, Saturday night. Janet?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, good to hear.
How are you?
I'm great. Good to hear from you. Thank you for chiming in so early. So you were sending me emails earlier, and it was quite a bit. Let's take our time. What were you sending me with regards to Hispanics?
Well, they had this thing that started back in 1985, where this group of individuals was trying to get this thing passed so they could designate colleges, Hispanic, Hispanic serving institutions where it's federally recognized. So they have to have 25% of the student body to be Hispanic. And my problem with that, I don't mind them having a recognition in the federal government for grants and things. But the thing is, you have to be Hispanic, which, as if you was HBCU, you could be anything you want and still go there and get the scholarships and everything. But with the
why did I think you were Dominican? You're not. For some strange reason, I thought you were Dominican.
Why would you think I'm Dominican? Everybody thinks I'm Dominican, but I'm not Dominican.
No,
I'm black.
We've never met. I'm just, okay, never mind. Pardon me. Okay, so Coppin State University. I've got a bunch of notes here. Baltimore, Maryland. I've never been there, but supposedly this is a really good school, HBCU school, with respect to nursing. Yes?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So
and what's happening is
this very good-looking, very young. I'm not gonna say anything crazy about her. 22-year-old. She's now Miss Coppin State University. Am I saying that right? Coppin.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So why are black women kicking up dust? It's all over Twitter. They're just always mad about something. What's the problem now?
Because of the HBCU school. And now she is the face of that school.
Okay.
And my whole thing is, if the this the thing. It sounds just alike. So if the Hispanic serving institution grant were for black English speaking people or anybody, okay, fine. But my whole thing is, it don't go both ways. So this is a HBCU, historically black, right? So why do we have a what seems to be a Caucasian face?
No, don't do that. Listen. Everybody wants to play nice. You guys let Fat Joe host the BET Awards. You didn't say nothing, even though I questioned that. So what is the real? Are they gonna take the title back, or is this just a new direction for this particular school? And don't forget, I want to ask you about the military shooting down the spy balloon. Let's go, Janet.
Well, no, they don't seem like they're going to take this title back. And they shouldn't, because she earned it. But I think this is a play to, this is part of a larger plan to replace the African American in the United States. Because if you look at how they started, I had all the notes here.
Take your time.
They won all the rights that they have according to their pages with help of the allies. So the allies were African American. So this has been going on since like 1986, and in 2009 they finally got that. 2019 they finally got that recognition.
All right, now hang on a second. I have the Pew Research Center printed out. U.S. Hispanic population continued its geographic spread in the 2010s. So this is, you know, a group, a culture, people
Right, and it's a beautiful culture.
on the rise. On the rise. So
It's a beautiful culture.
I don't know that. I don't know about the newer culture. Hang on a second. But you sent me a bunch of emails today. I said, where is she going? Did she got a gripe with the Hispanics? Where are you going?
No, I don't have a gripe. I'm just saying is that it's not a two-way street.
Okay.
It's not a two-way street. And my whole thing is you have a lot of tensions between the black and the Hispanic community. Right, as far as like neighborhoods where people go to live, and taking, like, you go look at any job listing anywhere, and it's asking you to be bilingual, even though the job doesn't state that. And the only people that
I'm hard as hell on Puerto Rico. It's a welfare state, but I have to say that here in the U.S. of A., the Hispanics want to work. They want to work. I just got back from Newark, New Jersey on business, and the Ecuadorians and the Colombians were picking me up with the goddamn Uber cars, and they were so nice. If you ask them to turn down the music, they turn this shit off. They got fucking water, they got wipes, all sorts of shit in the goddamn Uber and Lyft vehicles, you know? But hang on a second, Jen, stay with me, folks. I'm talking about a few topics tonight, but again, I want to do a conspiracy show. Elvis the Chef, where are you, sir? Elvis the Chef Rosenberg. I think that the balloon that was over the South Carolina coast had some type of chemical warfare in it. I think people are going to be bathing. It may not be right away. It may be next year or the year after, or not. Probably I shouldn't say bathing in the goddamn in the water, Myrtle Beach. Things are going to start happening to them, and it's going to spread. There's different variants of COVID-19 still every other goddamn month. Hold on a second, Janet, stay there. Sean, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Hey, Patrice, thank you for your support again. Now, Patrice, I don't really want to talk about Kyrie Irving unless somebody brings that to the table. I get no traction out of Kyrie Irving. I think he's a hoe-ass nigga. I've said that before. Florida Boy Jay, did he really ask for a trade, or is that a rumor? Is Kyrie Irving asking for a trade after he got Kevin Durant to come to the Brooklyn Nets? KD should have stayed on the goddamn Warriors, and he would have probably had 3 more rings by now. Thank you for your donation. RC from the 315, he says, big nigga, your last show was a classic. By any chance, can you upload the show you did? Hey, man, stay current. Thank you, RC from the 315. I get the numbers that I get, the sponsors that I get, because we stay current. I don't hear about that old shit, right? But thank you so much, right? Janet, sit tight. I want to take some calls here. Let's bring some folks in. Area code 713. Good evening. Are you there? 713.
My nigga.
Oh, shit.
What's poppin'?
Houston.
My nigga.
My nigga.
What's poppin'?
Saturday night. Nigga, let's go.
Hey, dog, I took every expert advice you done gave me, and I'm perfected that shit. But tonight, my nigga.
My nigga.
I sat up and saw the goddamn balloon floating over, but I be high, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, I ain't gonna say nothing because they gonna think I'm crazy.
Right.
Now they see the shit. You feel me?
Did you see him shoot it down and people are cheering? And I'm like, what the fuck? They just shot down chemical warfare. They should have let that motherfucker
Hey, dog,
keep on going out to the sea. Go ahead.
Hey, but I think it's all bullshit because you remember when the white folks sent that child up in a balloon in California. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I think it's bullshit.
Okay.
Hey, dog, what's been going on, dog?
I'm good, man. How you? Saturday night, I'm on that bullshit. How about you?
I'm over here. I'm higher than a mountain goat, nigga.
As you should be. Yeah.
Already, nigga. Hey, dog, I'm sitting over here. I'm on random topics. I'm like, ain't no way they letting that float over like that. Dog, that's like when the white folks had that baby in that balloon. You remember that shit?
Which one?
man.
Which baby?
It was like in the 90s or late 90s, early 2000s, the white folks in California goddamn put a goddamn white baby in that motherfucker and flew that motherfucker up that motherfucker. You remember that shit?
Well, now hang on a second. Stay with me. Houston, and Janet, sit tight. This is an old associate of mine.
I got to get that Jen punk ass. I got to get on her ass.
Well, Jen's, hang on. Jen's not on the line. Don't call her name. She's not on the line. Slow down. Janet, can you sit tight? That's Houston on the line right there. So, Houston, what do you think about my theory? Chemical warfare in the balloon. They shot it down, shitting out in the goddamn ocean.
I think it's all chemical warfare. Notice you never seen no mosquitoes no more because if anything bites you,
yeah,
you get me? No more mosquitoes. Like, I think deep, dog. Even though I be over here high than moose pussy, I'm saying, I know this shit. You get me? When the last time you heard somebody say they got bit by a mosquito? I'm saying, I'm just talking, dog. You feel me?
Folks, give me a second. It's the day one, nigga. Just sit tight.
Oh, I throwed off.
All right, now, Houston, before you go, I want to ask you something. Do you give a goddamn about Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan? Now, Charles Barkley, he's ringless, but he was a great player. But it just seems like he's on that hoe-ass shit talking about, he told Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, if he and Jordan speak again, it's going to be on Jordan. You see, that's the bullshit. If he was such your friend and you feel like you said something that pissed him off, I think Barkley should go to Jordan. Barkley should go. Hey,
I think both of them.
Hey, man, just my bad. At least say something. But see, now we're looking at 10 years. Pretty soon it's going to be 20, and then we're going to have just like when Oprah Winfrey tried to play stupid after ignoring Whoopi Goldberg, who outshined her in The Color Purple. Soon it's going to be 20 years. Go ahead. What do you guys say about that?
I remember The Color Purple movie when they were going at it.
Yeah.
But it's nigga money, ain't it?
What do you mean?
Ain't it nigga money?
Black history. Black history. Yes. Go ahead.
No, I call it nigga money.
Okay, go ahead, nigga.
Because I'm like, they don't care.
Folks, give him a second. He's on that Paul Masson. Give him a second. Houston, I want you to
Look
finish.
how black people act during February, dog. It's nigga month.
Okay. Houston, I want you to promote your platform, man, and I'm waiting on your banner. Come on, promote your platform.
Hey, dog. I told you I was moving to the other spot, and they got to soundproof everything and do all that shit, man. I'm like, man, I got to get everything right. I don't want to promote until I'm ready to do it.
Okay. Houston, I gotta go, man. Good to talk to you, Houston. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Hey, salute to you.
Salute. Okay, that's a day one, nigga, man. I gotta take time with some of these folks, He and who else back in the days when Houston used to call in? Oh man, Mike Lowe, Kanowski, so many people. I'm drawing a blank, but that's how far we go back. Janet, are you there? Where's Janet? Janet?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, do you have a theory about the balloon being shot down by the U.S. military? Or am I just reaching? It's not that serious. It was a spy balloon. Well, come on.
No, that's chemical warfare right there. That's chemical warfare right there. That's stuff that went in the air to multiply. Got them little robotic things. What some things called that like just multiply everywhere? What's some little robot things that you could fit on top of a pen, a ball pen?
Robots?
No. I give it 6 months to a year before we start sneezing and bleeding and not knowing why. And it's going to be no cure. I'm telling you, because it's a done deal.
That's the name in layman's terms, but they're very advanced, and that's my concern. They probably wanted the U.S. to shoot it down over water.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, but it's a good thing that they waited until it was from the because during this time in the wintertime when the wind is going from one way or the other, because we've been getting a lot of winds coming from that California side, which is kind of extraordinary. But I think they used the weather machine that they got out there, and this is true shit. I think they used the weather machine to start just to change the way the weather pattern was.
Okay.
And they want to take that balloon and they want to come over here and they want to get all spots, especially the East Coast.
Janet, can I put you on hold, or do you want to hang up? I'm not trying to start no argument, but Jen's on the line. Can I put you on hold?
No, I'm drinking my wine. I'm okay. I'll stay on.
Okay, put you on hold.
I'm gonna go on mute though.
Okay, go ahead and put yourself on mute. On the block with Jen.
Right.
On the block with Jen.
Hola, ¿qué pasa?
Jen got a fly-ass new microphone. The shit got some type of lights on it. You got the headphones. You doing a lot of extra Latina shit. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely extra. What's going on?
I want you to pop your collar. I'm going to sit back and have a drink. Pop your collar. Are Hispanics taking over? The consensus and everything else, MSNBC, NBC says yes. The population growth up in New York, La Mega is kicking everybody's ass. Are Hispanics taking over, Jen?
You know, it's just our time. You know what I mean? Whether people like it or not, it's just our time, right?
Okay.
Everything in phases, right? It's just our time. But, you know, I think everybody else that was popping are already established, so nobody should panic. That's the problem with people. They panic, right? And you know how I feel. A certain community covet oppression, right? They covet oppression, and they covet racism, right?
Let's go.
So whenever they see anybody else getting light or shine, they get to panicking. They're like, wait a minute now. Oppression is ours. Systemic oppression and racism is ours now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's I hear people talk about there's beef between Latins and Puerto Ricans or Latins and blacks. And it depends on where you are, where you grew up. New York City, if you know New York City, Latin and black, we're thick as thieves, man. We're family. We're having babies together. We're marrying each other. That's how I grew up. But
Jen,
social media.
Jen, can I jump in? Go
ahead.
I heard you code switch, and you sound like a white girl from Scarsdale.
Well, I tell you this. What you've heard is a star, respectfully, you've heard me, okay, do different voices.
Yeah.
Now, I do Southern.
Salute.
I do, why is it? Because I'm black? I do, oh my God, how are you? That's not what happened. I was there.
Yeah.
So
That's so awesome.
Many voices.
That's so awesome. Go ahead.
I do many voices. If I'm telling a story, and people hate when I do that, but if I'm telling a story, I'm going to do it in your voice. I'm going to do it in your voice. Whatever that voice is.
Yeah. But,
this young lady, Kaylin Perez, I spoke to her earlier, by the way.
Whoa! Stop! We're talking about the Latina crowned Miss Coppin State University. I have the notes somewhere here. Coppin State University, historically black college. I reached out to you and I said, "Hey, you up to speed? Call in, pop your collar." And guys, On the Block with Jen on YouTube. She's a correspondent on the Star Report. Go subscribe to her channel. Okay, you went to her social media and you spoke to her?
Yes.
Come on.
I checked out her TikTok.
Come on.
I checked out her Instagram.
Come on.
I hit her up on Instagram, because I told her I wanted to interview her, and
Nice.
she was like, she'd love to meet with me, but now the school is being extra careful because everybody's reaching out.
Right.
But she thanked me for my support. She gave me her email.
Nice.
Basically, she's going through a lot, but she's a tough cookie. She's like, I'm not going anywhere. She was like, this is what it is. So, I told her I was proud of her. She's a young girl. She's 22. She's a baby. 22. But you know what?
That could be my granddaughter.
Yeah, she's a baby. She's well decorated in the Army. This isn't a slouch. This isn't just a pretty face. She's well decorated in the Army. She does a lot of community service. She does a lot of service for her school.
Nice.
And HBCU does not mean black only. I think that's where people get confused. That they think HBCU means black only, and a lot of people want to hang the black only sign on it, but it's not a black only school. And I think that's where the confusion comes in. As far as people being...
Hold on, Jen, hold on. I have to interrupt. I want you to pop your collar. Is she from Mount Airy in Philly? A sergeant.
I'm not sure if she's from Philly. I don't know where she's from.
A sergeant.
I don't know where she's from.
Hold on. A sergeant in the Army Reserves. I got support for her. For her. Okay, so you're gonna get her on your show On the Block with Jen at some point. I think that's a great thing. Okay, so let me just shift gears for a second. And do you mind if I bring Janet in, not to argue, but Janet sent me some other articles. Janet, are you there? Let's have a discussion. You sent me a bunch of stuff with regards to Hispanics. And here we have On the Block with Jen. She was born in the Bronx, but she reps Boricua. Janet, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. What were the other articles out of concern? Not hate, concern.
Well, I'm concerned because, one, it's Black History Month.
Oh.
And HBCUs was started after the Civil War for Black people to learn, because we wasn't learning. We couldn't go to school. We were beaten if we even tried to read.
Right.
It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into educating the Black Americans. And we take pride in that because it's part of our culture. Now, Jen?
I'm here. I'm listening.
Are you there?
She's there.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Yes, ma'am.
you are correct. Everyone is welcome to a HBCU, and that's the good part about it. That's what we celebrate. However, the problem comes in when we're not welcome everywhere else, and that's the problem. So,
well, who is we? Because if the Hispanic
that bothers me.
Who is we? Because if the Hispanic population keeps on growing, I might get myself a Hispanic wife. I mean, I ride with the winning team. What's all this we shit? What are we talking?
Yeah.
Well, my eldest brother is married to a Hispanic, and my son is going to be married to a Hispanic in the Dominican Republic in a couple of months. Yeah. So that doesn't bother me.
Okay.
That doesn't bother me. I have Hispanics in my family.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I used to run with the Ball Busters. Hang on a sec. I used to run with the Ball Busters and the Nietas back in the day. You ever heard of them, Jenna? I'm sure you have the Nietas.
Yes, I have. Yes.
Yeah. So I can code switch too. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Janet. You were saying? Go ahead, please.
My problem is that the street is not a two-way street.
Right.
And then it becomes a bigger problem because people don't want to recognize it. They claim that, Jen, I thought you was talking about the small hats when you were saying that oppression is theirs. So I'm assuming you were talking about Black people.
Yes.
Jen goes in on Black people, pulling that scab. Nobody hates Black people like Black people. Come on.
Yeah, that was me.
That was
me.
And that's where the misconception comes, because Black people love being Black. Period. Now, I admit that there is a large percentage of us that are still scarred,
right?
And we will remain scarred. Okay, we will remain scarred, because if you think about it, the last soldier from the Civil War, Confederate side, died 2 or 3 years ago.
I don't know.
So it's not too far away.
You talking about a Buffalo soldier? What are you talking about? What the fuck?
Well, I'm talking about the scab is still there. It's not healed yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I don't think, Jen, I really don't think you appreciate the Black culture. I think you look at it from an outsider.
Well,
I think you look at it through the lens of your eyes, which is faulty because you haven't experienced.
Well, hang on a second, Janet. Can I jump in? I'm not trying to start any argument, but Jen did push out a Hispanic and black baby, so she's, she can speak on black issues. I have no issue with Jen saying nigga, my nigga, yo star, my nigga, call me back. Jen, go ahead, jump in there.
I have a problem with it.
Okay.
I have a problem with it.
Okay,
and I understand I understand. I'm talking seriously here.
So am I.
I'm talking seriously.
So am I.
What I'm saying is, I'm sitting here drinking my wine that my Hispanic neighbor gave to me for Christmas.
Shit, let's go.
So I'm sitting here chilling. What I'm telling Jen, Jen, you have a platform. To me, you're very popular.
Okay.
And my whole thing is you influence things, and when you influence the stereotype of what it is to be black, and even the way you say it,
okay,
it comes off wrong.
Oh, okay, Jen, I have to cut you short because we're dragging out. Jen, I want to pick up the pace, so just sit tight, stay there. You spoke your piece, thank you, Jen. Let's get back to you. I want to make sure that you promote your platform because you did a show recently about gender. What was that about? Something. It was a good show. What was that? Gender. Something.
Which one?
I'm not sure, but it motivated me to pull some notes. It was something about gender. You had your cast. You had the black woman with the bald head, and you had the guy who had on some type of fucking mask. I pay attention.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about Dom or Sub. Which one are you? Like BDSM?
Right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did my last show last night, which is Freaky Friday. We do Freaky Friday every Friday. We talk about sex, things like that. And last night, I had an expert, a master on dominatrix and submissives and things like that. And he just came up and schooled the men. He trains men how to be more dominant. So he was on there last night talking
on the block
about that.
with Jen. Okay, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, if we can finish up on the Latinas, are Hispanics taking over? Then I want your thoughts, your opinion on the balloon being shot down, Jen. Before you go, don't forget, please.
I'm not up to speed on that. I scrolled by. I haven't clicked on anything, so I'm not up to speed. I have no idea about the balloons and
don't worry about it.
And all of that stuff.
Okay.
I just wanted to say real quick that, again, respectfully, because I have no beef with Janet, but I call a little cap on what she said because she's assuming what my experiences were as a woman of color in this country. She's assuming,
right.
and that's what goes back to what I said, that Black Americans tend to covet oppression. They think it only belongs to them, and they think it's only been their experience. She has no idea who I've defended, who I've stood up for, black men and black women, when black people were against them. So she really has no idea what my platform is in its entirety. So for her to say, "Oh, you're feeding into these stereotypes,"
right.
I had two black men iron out their differences. I defend black women vehemently on my platform when other black women are going against them. I've been through my hell in this country as a woman of color. Yeah. My family is black and Hispanic. So she has no idea, like a lot of people that assume about me, what my experience is. And, and I'm only saying this because I don't have to. I don't owe anybody,
an explanation.
Anything, right? You can think.
Right.
You can think what you want about me. I don't care. I still got my friends and my family and my platform. But just to be clear, if you covet oppression, you think you're the only one that's been through some shit.
Okay.
And that's BS.
Okay.
It's BS. No one's at risk of losing, their place in society. Everybody relax.
Got it.
Can I say something?
Yeah, well, hold on one second, Jen. I just want to make sure I get this out. So, so Jen, with regards to the Latina, crowned Miss Coppin State University, she's dealing with the I don't want to say hate, but what would the word be?
Oh, it's hate.
It's hate?
It's hate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Well, she's responding to emails,
Yeah, well, I will say this. Her school is extremely supportive. The school itself is extremely supportive, and they back her 100%. It's all the, you know what I mean, the little crabs in the barrels on Twitter and on Instagram harassing her. I mean, they've even told that girl to delete herself. This is a 22-year-old.
Hold on, Janet. Hold on. Let Jen finish, please.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jen.
Yeah, there's a 22-year-old little girl who is in the Army, who has done nothing wrong to anybody but be great. And they have told her to delete herself via emails, via Instagram.
Yeah.
And this is the vitriol that happens online. But luckily for her, the school is extremely supportive. She said she thought briefly about giving the crown back. And then she was like, no, they put me here for a reason.
Hell no.
I'm going to go all the way.
She's in the military.
In the
military, I got so much respect for her. She, you know. All right, Jen, do you want to slide off, or do you want to hear Janet response? No arguing. We're having a good discussion. What do you want to do, Jen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. Yeah, she can respond. I'm good.
Go ahead, Janet. Respond.
Okay. It's Jen. When you say we covered oppression. Oppression has been part of our history, and so our history we do cover it, like HBCUs. Okay, now you tell me about this girl history, and she's great. I'm reading it, I see it. She's great as a person. She's great, but this is Black History Month. This is an HBCU. There should be a black face there. There should be a black face there. Period. Okay? You know, you sit there and you say, well, you cover this, you cover that, right? You know, Jen, like you say, I don't know your history, you don't know mine. You don't know mine. But I come from a long line of educators. I have people in my family that are educating and vice presidents and all kinds of stuff at HBCUs, okay? And it was hard getting there. So I know the plight. I know the plight and I know the fight. She didn't fight that fight. So
Janet, respectfully, Janet, I have to jump in. Janet, you're talking.
Go ahead.
You're talking that old shit. I'm older.
Yeah,
I'm
not
talking that old
Janet,
shit.
I'm older than you, and I'm saying all of that was cool, but right now it's about the bag. You got the goddamn the West Indian Day Parade. Jen, they've got the Puerto Rican Grand Marshal, right? Back last summer, huh?
Yeah.
You know, it's about the bag. All that old shit was cool, Janet.
No, it's not. Because let me tell you something. In 1992, when they were trying to convince Congress to do this, that Congress wouldn't listen to them. They had to get the allies, which mean black folks, and all their coveted oppression. And they used it to help the Hispanics move along. Right. So now we come here, and in 2021, they got $170 million to go towards Hispanic students. Yeah. This was done off the back.
If you can't beat them, join them. Okay, Janet, stay. Hang on, Janet, stay with me.
Yes,
Janet, stay with me. I want to let Jen go. She's got to focus on her show tonight. Jen, great to talk to you. If there's anything else you need to say, girl, pop your collar, goddamn. And also, seriously, Jen, talk your talk. And also, I'm going to send you something about flight attendant uniforms are ditching gender. You have to speed on that? They're going to let males wear skirts.
Yeah, send that to me, because you know one of the women on my panel is trans. She's non-binary, and she always has great commentary. Great commentary. She's open to having the conversation. She's not one of the sensitive ones. Okay,
and get me a new banner for the end of the
you know what?
The music rotation.
You know what? Are you saying I'm one of the sensitive ones? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't. Okay, Janet. You probably don't know me, but if I wanted to call you anything, I would call you it. Okay, just so we're clear, respectfully, if I wanted to call you something, you'd be the first to know.
Go ahead and do so, Jen. Go ahead and do
Okay.
so.
No, if I wanted to call you, no, I'm saying if I listen to me. You said you're an educator. You said you're an educator, so I'm expecting.
I said I had educators in my
okay, so
family.
I'm expecting you
One
to
at a
have
time.
comprehension
Okay,
skills.
Janet, one at a time. Ladies, one at a time. One at a time. One at a time. One at a time.
Okay, if I wanted to say something to you, I would. Do you understand?
You know what? Oh, I have black this, I have black that. Yeah, I heard that a lot. I have black friends. Yes, I heard that a lot. I heard that a lot from a lot of races. I'm not president. I have a lot of black friends. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and I've heard the crying and whining a lot on your end. I've heard back in my day, back in 1950, I've heard that too.
2021 when you got that $170 million.
You'll be all right, Janet. You'll be all right.
Okay.
You'll be all
Ladies.
right, Janet.
Okay.
You'll be black
Hold
when I
on.
wake up tomorrow morning. You'll still be
Wow,
black. No,
okay.
I'm staying right here. I'm staying right here, and I'm staying in your HBCU. I'm staying right here. What are
Okay.
you gonna do about it?
All right.
Nothing.
Janet started cursing, so I put Janet on mute. Jen, thank you. Have a great show this evening with your fly-ass new
Thank you.
microphone with the lights, and get me a new banner for the end of the show, okay, when you get time.
Yes, sir. Have a good show.
Thank you. Okay, all right. All
Bye-bye.
right. Okay. Janet, you started dropping F-bombs.
No, I'm sorry, but that passive-aggressive stuff is the reason why this black and brown coalition won't work, because you won't admit the shit that you're doing.
Okay.
And it's aggravating as hell. If you're going to have a two-way street, have a two-way street. But don't sit here and get this stuff off these grants, $170 million in 2021 for Hispanic students. But then when somebody say, well, you know what, we're having troubles between the black and brown, you sit up there and say, oh, you got just wearing a scarf. Get the fuck out of here, because that's the aggravating part. Admit that there is a problem. Admit that there is a problem, and you are part of the problem. And don't tell me how much black people you've been around. You know how many races that is the go-to excuse? Oh, I have black friends.
Okay.
What that mean?
Okay.
What do that mean?
Can you, Janet, stay with me. Stay with me. I'm not rushing you off. I want you to rock with me for a little while. Can you hang on?
You talk to me?
Yeah. Can you hold on? I want you to stay with me.
Sure.
Stay with me.
Sure. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
sir. Yes.
Folks, I want to say salute to Jason Whitlock. He went and left a comment on the show that we did 3 days ago. Jason Whitlock blames single mothers for Tyree Nichols' tragedy. Did anybody notice that? And I pinned his comment at the top of the comments. Mr. Whitlock, salute to you, sir. I know I'm a year or two older than him, but thank you, man. I appreciate you watching the episode, and for those who have not seen it, go there, please comment. But let's respect his knowledge, wisdom, and his understanding of history, and he is a journalist. Okay, I thank him for leaving a comment. So for those of you who don't know, Jason Whitlock did chime in and leave a comment under the show we did from 3 days ago. Jason Whitlock blames single mothers for Tyree Nichols' tragedy. All right, it's right there. All right, Janet, sit tight. I'm coming to you, Janet. Guys on the screen, www.smartlandbuyers.com. I want to welcome them back as a sponsor. Any other sponsors, feel free to just email me and say, Star, I'm on the line. I want to chime in. I've got a few folks I want to get some shine to tonight. Hold on a second. On YouTube, Vaughn's 2 Cents TV. Subscribe to Vaughn's 2 Cents TV. Vaughn, if you're out there, shoot me an email. Call in, all right? Who else do I want to get some shine to tonight? Hold on a second. Low Key Radio, if you're out there, feel free to call in. Songsthatwork.info. Jordan Wells, you're always welcome to call in. Team Elite 313. Daphne from Creditology. Daphne, you can always call in. I enjoy talking to you. All right? www.smartlandbuyers.com and YouTube Vaughn's 2 Cents TV. All right, hold on. I'm coming back to the phones here. I want to make sure that I get Okay. Deeds said I have a wrong spelling in the title. Thank you so much, Deeds. I'm going to get to that right now. Oh, shit. Where's Dana with the data? Girl, what's cracking, Dana, on a Saturday, goddamn? What's cracking?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me
Loud and clear. How are you? What's cracking?
I'm good. I have an earpiece. I'm on that fly nigga shit.
Well, hang on. Hey, before we talk about anything, you called me and gave me the tea on Jaguar Wright and her husband. What platform were they on? Promote the channel. I like to give other people their props. What channel?
Wait a minute. I want to get his name right because I love his channel. Sean Davies Way.
Yeah.
Sean Davies Way Show.
Right, on YouTube. Oh, he's lit. And Jaguar Wright, supposedly something about kissing another woman, and somebody set their car on fire. Is Clive Davis?
Yeah.
Is Clive Davis closing in? Is the Illuminati closing in? What the fuck is going on?
Listen, Jaguar Wright and her husband was on his show yesterday.
Right.
And they were kind of throwing accusations at a possible another YouTuber could have did it. But
don't say the name. I don't want to do all that,
I'm not.
Let's not do that.
Yeah. But
Go ahead.
somebody in the comment section said that if they asked them, he asked them, have you seen the car? And they said, no, they won't let us. So somebody in the chat was like, that's probably because they're probably thinking of them as a suspect if they can't see their property. But, so we don't know for sure they don't know how the car blew up or caught fire. But yeah, her car caught on fire.
Okay, so now do they have insurance? Are they doing a GoFundMe for a new vehicle? Where are we at with this fucking?
Well, they were saying that they have insurance.
Singer.
They didn't mention nothing about a GoFundMe, but they said, "Listen, we're good, we're safe, we're fine, everything is good. They have insurance, and they're just going. I guess wait till the insurance clears."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I have Janet on the line with me. We're talking about a few topics. The Chinese alleged spy balloon shot down. I've given my theory. Do you have one? Do you know this story, or you want to talk about something different?
I was calling in about the HBCU.
Oh, let's go.
Miss Puerto Rico.
Come on.
She's the new face of Copen State University. But as far as the China balloon thing, we're probably headed for war with China. But I wanted to comment on that. So listening to Janet and listening to Jen, and I get where both ladies were coming from.
Okay.
But, I got to kind of disagree a little bit with Janet and with all black people throwing hate at this young woman, because when you said that she's from the military, she's a sergeant, 4% of Compton's University is Hispanic. And
Puerto Rico! Oh!
Right, so...
She's in the military.
Part of the university.
Respect. Go ahead.
But if y'all Negroes can sit up here and say Kamala Harris is black, the first black woman vice president, black,
right.
and that bitch ain't black. So if y'all saying she's black, why can't you support this student at this university who probably most likely claim herself as Afro-Latino or Afro-Hispanic, which she has more African in her than a lot of FBA people. So, stop with all this hating, because you don't support your own. You don't give back to your HBCUs, So she has a prominent future ahead of her. She's probably going to be one of the alumni that contribute back to the university, because most black people do not.
Dana?
Yeah.
She calls herself a person of color. Which color, I don't know. All right?
You have black people that call themselves people of color.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they call themselves the black color. Okay?
No, they don't.
At the end of the day, you know what, Dana? Let me tell you something. All right? It is Black History Month. People have died, people have cried, people have been slaughtered. People have marched. People have done a lot to get the HBCU status. This started after the Civil War. You understand what I'm saying? And my whole thing is she should not be the face of this HBCU college, period. I don't give a damn how many strikes.
I 1,000% agree with you. Listen. I agree with you. Everything you just said, you're 1,000% correct. But if you look at the state of Black people today, especially young people, they don't care about their history. They don't care. They don't invest into their community. They don't invest into their education.
Dana, you shouldn't do that. You're generalizing the Black youth. You shouldn't do that. We have more Black people graduating from colleges, working every day. They
no, we don't.
In life. They saving. Yes, they do. Come on, Dana.
We have more Black women graduating.
Why are you saying this, Dana? That's not true.
Let me ask you this.
One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. Go ahead.
Like Janet, because you're and your team, because it's Black History Month, I get it, but you're focused on this young woman who won. She became Miss Copeland State. But you didn't complain and didn't say anything about the Ukrainians receiving free tuition at Hampton University. Where's that uproar with the Black people?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Wait,
yes,
and
I
not
did.
just you.
Yes, I did.
I'm talking about, listen, Janet, stop. I'm talking about all the Black people that throwing hate at this young woman who probably claims as Afro-Hispanic, because a lot of Hispanics do claim they African heritage.
Yeah.
And those same Black people don't say nothing about the Ukrainian, European people that's in Hampton University receiving free tuition. So come on.
Yes, they are, Dana. I don't know.
Girl, where?
And I'm quite sure that you are a very informed person, but I think that you're lacking and you're not in touch with the youth. Because my whole thing is, I see youth, I talk to youth, I gave away I don't know how many scholarships. I make it my business because what has been done to me. So yeah, I do project a lot of shit that's happening in the media onto myself. Yes, I do. So this is why I make it my business to go out and talk. I talk to young people. Just the other day, I emailed Star. I say, Star, listen, I just got 2 young Black men that just came up to me. Both of them in the 20s.
You did.
Both of them in the 20s.
You did.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to elevate them, and they're eager for help. It's just that most people, some of our people, not most people, some of our people, they always go with the stereotypes when they're talking to these younger Black people because they're looking at these Instagram posts and the media thing, which is why a lot of Black people are kind
Everybody hold on the block with Jen say y'all got it all the way fucked up. Kaylin Perez is from Guatemala, not Puerto Rican.
Yes, I know that.
Thank you,
I know
Jen.
that. I'm looking at the Baltimore Banner.
Guatemala.
I know where she's from. That's why when she said Puerto Rico, I knew that was wrong.
Somebody correct me. I'm sitting here saying Puerto Rican for God's sakes. Correct me, please, so I don't say the wrong thing the whole goddamn show. Go ahead. Come on.
Listen, when people are generalizing and they're talking all this talk, I let them talk because evidently they didn't read. They didn't read to find out. They didn't do the research. Okay? So no way in any stretch of the imagination that she considers herself an Afro-Latina. That's
why not?
Why not?
Wait. So since you read so much, Janet, you mean to tell me Guatemalans, they don't have African lineage?
Yes, they do. But unfortunately,
how do you know? Wait a minute.
Guys, one at a time.
All right, now,
please.
You want to go into
so how do you know?
Okay.
Listen, I'm not going to be talking.
Ladies, one at a time, please. One at a
I'm
time.
talking about
Hey. One at a time, please. Excuse me.
No.
When was the last time?
Listen, if you want to let me talk, let me talk. Like,
you know what?
To build up the next generation.
Since we can't.
Trying to tell them that they're not interested in anything. Tell me that.
Okay.
Tell me what program that you had that you put forward that is still paying for college scholarships.
Okay, that was her question. That was her question. Dana, you can answer Janet's question.
I'm not answering her fucking question because she's sitting up here running her mouth and talking out her ass and talking over people. Yeah. And the fact is that I just said you don't know if this woman claims as Afro-Latino or Afro-Hispanic. So my thing is, why you focus on this woman who became Miss Coppin? 4% of the college population is Hispanic.
Coppin.
Latina.
Coppin.
You got Coppin, whatever. You have a problem with the students that are Latina and Hispanics that attend HBCUs too?
Okay. Sit tight, Dana. Sit tight. Let me bring Janet back in. We have to do one at a time.
To represent or get the acknowledgement as a Hispanic.
Janet, you are back on the line. Please be mindful of others.
This is
Janet.
What I'm saying.
Janet.
You have to do your research. You're not doing your research. You're just sitting up there running off the mouth, and you're not reading and finding out what's going on. It only takes 5 minutes. Like you got Google. You come on.
Are you ready to listen now, Janet? I said one at a time. I'm
sorry, stop.
Well, no, listen. Let's get it together because I don't argue with females off the microphone, and I'm not going to do it on the microphone. One at a time. Now, do you have something else to say? Continue, and then I'm going to put you on mute and bring Dana back in since you guys can't have a discussion. Okay, you have the floor, Janet.
No, I was trying to have one, and then she went off on me
because
I asked her
you're on the line now by yourself. You're on the line now by yourself. Please.
Well,
please.
I only wanted to know which organization that she helped to move forward the black culture. That's the only question I asked. I didn't ask anything else. I don't think it was a mean question.
Okay.
I don't think it was.
Okay. Let's go to Dana. Let's go to Dana. I got the question. Let's go to Dana. Sit tight, okay? Dana, did you hear Janet's question? Dana.
She said, what organization did I create, blah, blah, blah. I created the Real Dana.com, the Real Dana Network TV.
Nice.
It's trademarked. That's my brand. That's my company. And that's all I talk about is, black people and educating and enlightenment of black people.
Okay.
So I don't got to go out and I work for different organizations to help the black cause. So I know what goes on in these grassroots organizations, but the Real Dana, that's the company.
Okay, sit tight. I want us to finish up. Let me bring Janet back in. Janet, let's finish up on a nice, easy discussion here because I'm more so focused on the goddamn balloon that was shot down. That's my main focus, the balloon that was shot down. Go ahead.
I think they are both. I think both Miss Dana and Miss Jen are wonderful women.
Okay.
I really do. But I just don't understand how one can use stereotypical associations when talking about black people. And then I don't understand why the others don't understand that the youth are our greatest commodity in the black culture, and we must do everything we can to push them forward, regardless of what the media is portraying them to be.
Gotcha.
That's the only thing I'm saying.
Gotcha.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and get off because I don't want to get you upset anymore.
All right. No, you're not getting me upset.
I don't want to get you.
You're not getting me upset. You could never. You and I don't have that type of relationship, but I'm going to run my show the way I run my goddamn show. You got me?
That's right.
Thank you, Janet.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Good night.
I apologize.
It's okay. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Good night.
Janet. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Let me finish up with Dana with the data. Dana, are you there? You promote your platform. Anything else you want to mention? It's Saturday night. We're kind of loose with it. Anything else you want to mention?
Yeah. Subscribe to Dana with the Data on YouTube. If you want some black enlightenment, subscribe to the Real Dana, and stop hating on this young woman. I love the fact that you said that she was in the military. She was a sergeant. That says a lot.
Salute from Guatemala, huh?
Right.
Credit.
So that's not diminishing our black women, you know, who were Miss Copeland State University last year or before. You know, it's not doing that. So, but you don't have to sit up here and tear down somebody else, because there's a lot of the things that we need to be focused on.
She didn't run up to the podium with the weave down to her butt, flinging it, you know, as if it's hers, and nasty long acrylic nails. You know, she just got up there, you know, and spoke her piece. But good to talk to you, Dana.
All right, have a good one.
Okay,
Thank you.
take care. All right, we're having a good discussion, okay? We're having a good discussion here. Let me acknowledge some people via Cash App. I thank you for your support. And also, let me make sure I'm promoting the homie Devious J. As always, where it says information on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to that man's channel, okay? Marco got your donation. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Marco. The fighter jets that shot down the balloon. Who is the idiot? Well, we know who the idiot is. President Biden made the decision. I just think that something was in the goddamn balloons and now it's in the ocean. It's going to spread. Donald, I got your donation. Oh, okay. Hey, man, not your average clothing. Do you want to call in, Donald? Send me an email. Let's get you on the line, man. I know I got your info somewhere here. And do you have a wrench in that live chat? Hold on a second. And somebody else I want to make sure I get on the line as well. Okay, here you go. Not your average. Hold on. Not your average clothing.org. Thank you, Donald. Tonight would be a good night to call in, man. Talk about your products, okay? Thank you so much. Chris, I got your donation. Are you on the line? 704? Chris, sit tight. I'll be right back. Sit tight, Chris. Okay. Houston, I spoke to you. Okay, Houston's talking crazy. She's not on the line anymore, Houston. Just take it easy, please. Okay. Judah, I got your donation. He says, salute, Deputy Star. Yo, that just reminded me. Guys, I want to tell you about my two Mammy incidents today. This might take a minute. Okay. Early afternoon, I went to Whole Foods Market. I'm not going to say which one because I frequent that place from time to time, right? So I go there, and I usually go to get mac and cheese, sometimes the oxtails, but more so mac and cheese, right? So I go to the area where they have the hot, the hot food, the hot bar, right? Get the mac and cheese. I then go over to the pastry area where I usually get a cup of ice to go with my drinks, ginger beer, what have you. And there's a mammy there. She's doing something. I then say to her, I've never seen her before, by the way. I said, excuse me, may I have a cup of ice? She looks at me and she says, oh, we don't have cups of ice. I said, thank you, turned my back and walked off. As I walked in, she said, I'm just playing. We got ice. I kept it pushing. I'm not flirting with your mammy. I'm not playing that game because if the white man asked you for a cup of fucking ice, you would have said, Yaza, Yaza. I kept it pushing. I go to the self-checkout. I put down the mac and cheese, $27 and change. And I got a black cherry soda. I stick the card in. Before I pull the debit card out, Mammy sets a cup of ice right next to me. She said, so I was just playing with you. And I just said, okay. And she said, no, I was just playing. And then she did the unthinkable. She reached out to touch me. And that's when I went in tragic mulatto Karen mode. And I said, huh? I said, please don't touch me. Don't touch me. And then she said, huh? And then I said it again, please don't touch me. She said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, I did that to get Mammy in fucking check. Okay, you brought the ice over, but, just set it there and get the fuck on. Get. I said, oh, shit, get. But I didn't say that. I just said, please don't touch me. So she got the fuck on. Left a cup of ice. Finished my transaction. Got the fuck up out of there. I'm not going to say which one because, again, I go back there for the mac and cheese. Oh, the mac and cheese is banging. That was early this afternoon. Now, this evening, before I started this show, a half an hour prior to this show, I go to a liquor store to get 3 little airplane bottles of Kettle One and some Dole pineapple juice, right? Catch this. As I'm coming out of the liquor store, a mammy who was parked right next to me, as I hit the goddamn the key. I was driving that white thing today, hit the key, the lights go on. As I'm getting in, she rolls her window down and she says, excuse me. I said, what's up? She says, come here. I don't come to nobody. My father taught me back in the 70s. I said, what do you want? Mammy then says, can I borrow $3? I gave her my standard line. I rolled the window down and I said, absolutely not. Now, you always say absolutely first because then they think you're going to break them off. I said, absolutely not. That's that Jersey shit. The look on her fucking face, right? The look on her fucking face. Mammy saw me get in that white thing. She saw the interior, She saw the wood grain steering wheel, huh? Bitch asked for $3. Now, I sat in my car waiting for her to go inside the liquor store, and what do you think I did? Troll babies, what do you think I did, huh? Got a picture of her license plate. I might report the bitch. I'm on that type of time. Area code 704. Good evening. Are you there? 704.
What's up, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good, my man. How you doing, my man?
I'm great, man. Life is great. Dealing with fucking mammies on a Saturday afternoon and the evening, man. What's cracking? Where do you want to start?
Hey, well, you know what? Tonight's Mammy Award
Let's go.
for the Star Report goes to Mammy Jackie.
Okay.
Let me say it like Star said. Mammy.
Which mammy, sir?
Mammy.
Which mammy?
Jackie.
Jackie? Jackie?
I know. Hey, Star. I know she's one of your sponsors, big homie. I know that, but she is the Mammy of tonight, big homie.
Okay, sir, I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm not going to take shots at any sponsor. That we're not doing.
I know you're a businessman, and you should not.
Yeah.
But she ain't doing business with me.
Okay, sir, I want you to get on topic. I don't do that type of show where you just call in and say something slick, and then I laugh with you. Absolutely not. Are you talking about the topic?
Okay, well, I'm in the passenger seat. You driving the car. What are we talking about, sir?
Let's get you the fuck out of here. It's on the screen. What? What are we talking about? Lord help him, Jesus. Guys, hold on. I got time for the bullshit tonight. Yes, I do. Let me promote Low Key Radio. Folks, don't ever call me trying to take the show off the rails, asking me some goofy shit. I don't do that. These sponsors are precious to me. I do not need dick riders or whoever else calling in here to clown somebody. I don't do that. Absolutely not. I might even edit that call out. Fuck out of here. All right, on the screen, subscribe, to Low Key Radio on YouTube. Low Key Radio, you can call in, okay? If you're out there. A bountiful soul. Hey, Janet, I got your donation. Look at Janet. She's so sweet. Sent in a donation. Chain to find out what race washed up listed actress that's trying her last chance of notoriety on YouTube. Jen claims. Okay, Janet, I'm not up to speed. You want to call back in? You can call back in, Janet, but I don't know what you're talking about. But thank you, Jen. Thank you so much. Okay, and then Jen sent a donation, starting a reparations chain for Jen. Oh, okay, Janet. Everyone match my $25. Okay, so you guys are going at it in the live chat? Okay. Do you want to call back in? It's Saturday night. Where are we going? Do you want to call back in? Is Skylar Saunders on the line? 302. Is that you, Skylar? 302. Test.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, thank you for being patient. My apologies. I'm sitting here trying to get to a couple of things. Where do you want to start, sir? Mr. Skylar Saunders.
Na, 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 na.
Okay, Skylar, I'm not up to speed, sir. Can you give us some context? Where are we going? Skylar Saunders.
Yes, 99 red balloons.
Okay.
The anti-war song from 1984
Gotcha.
has been getting a lot of airplay now because of the balloons that have appeared from China.
Mm-hmm. I need you to come closer to the phone. There's some type of tunnel sound. I'm gonna get you in line here so we can hear you. Skylar, give me a second, folks.
Hello?
There you go. All right. The balloon shot down by the U.S. military. You're a thinking man. You're an objectivist.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, sir? Do you care? Please.
I do, and like I was saying, it's all probably just a way of the Pentagon and the White House going back and forth at each other. Because Blinken was planning a trip to Beijing over the weekend, and he canceled that, and it said that the actions of China were unacceptable. But the Pentagon was saying that maybe it's just weather balloons. It's nothing to worry about. But since they shot it down finally, it's something that will just go down as a comical, tragic error. And I'm glad that no one has been hurt yet.
Has China accepted responsibility for the balloons? Plural. I don't know.
Yes, they recorded that allegedly that they were weather balloons and they were just collecting data on the weather, atmospheric conditions.
Okay. Can you give us a source? China has accepted responsibility for these balloons.
Wall Street Journal is the last source that I got.
Okay.
That they gave me the lowdown on one balloon that was over Latin America and South America.
Yeah.
And there was one that was over North Carolina.
Yeah.
And that's in addition to the one that was in over Montana.
Okay. So you don't think it was anything for us to really worry about? Just weather balloons and we should
not
let it go.
Not at the time. I just wanted to point out how the late terrible Donald Rumsfeld said there are knowns and there are unknowns. Then there are unknown unknowns. Okay. And there are unknown unknowns.
Okay.
So we have the Pentagon, we have the media. They either have information and they're not giving it out, or they don't have any information. They don't know what's going on really. So we'll probably just get like the.
But what do you think, Skylar Saunders? You are a writer. You are an objectivist.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes.
Never mind what we're being fed. It could be a situation like
Right.
Wag the dog. Maybe our government sent the goddamn balloons up, and they're blaming China, and China doesn't know. Oh, yeah, there are weather balloons. Huh?
I think that it's all, it's probably like a not necessarily a red herring, but something that's, to shift your attention from one place, and then they probably will attack or strike in some other form or fashion.
Right.
And we were just, worried about the weather balloons,
Mm-hmm.
just like in 2000 we were worried about, President Clinton's scandals.
Are we being baited into a war with China? Are things going not the way they planned in the Ukraine? Are we
Yes,
being baited
I
into a
agree
war
with
with China? No, I don't know. I'm asking you. I don't know. I'm a high school dropout.
I do agree with that because China's supplying arms to the Ukraine right now.
Yeah.
They're supplying arms at an alarming rate, and they're trying to, complete that alliance and fortify their ties with Russia and go against Ukraine.
Okay. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you calling in. I was going to make an announcement tonight, but I might as well tell you first. My next road trip, do you know where I plan to go?
Where do you plan to go, sir?
Auschwitz.
Auschwitz. Yeah. Auschwitz. Wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever been there before, or is this your...
No, I've never been there, sir. That's why I'm planning a road trip in November to go.
Wow.
I'm as serious as colon cancer. Yeah. I want to go.
You said a road trip?
Road trip to Auschwitz. I'm going to rent an RV, drive all through Poland. Yeah. What do you think?
Okay. No, that's absolutely wonderful. I said a joke that I heard.
Sir, let's not make any jokes. I'm going to Auschwitz. There's no jokes, sir. There's no jokes. There's no jokes. But thank you.
No.
Thank you for calling. We'll talk behind the scenes. Talk behind the scenes.
Yes, sir. And is that all right if I promote?
Please promote. Come on, let's go promote.
All right. At Schylarize.
Give me
At Schylarize.
Give me a second, folks. He's on one. At Skylarized. Gotcha.
Yes.
Thank you, Skylar.
Instagram and Twitter.
Thank you, man. Salute.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Take care. Salute.
So okay. Skylar sounds like he on one. Shit. Hold on a second. Where is Skylar's showrunner? Where is Skylar's showrunner? Well, he's got a wrench anyway, so he can just be in that live chat and promote all night, okay? Steve the Dean Williams. Steve, are you out there? Steve, you got the last show lit. Talking about the Passport Bros. Steve the Dean, you can always call in. If you're listening, send me a text. Let's get you back on the line. All right? Guys, also, brand new sponsor, www.johnflowersphotos.com. Incredible photography work. Incredible. Go there, tell him I sent you. Let me just also take a screenshot so that he can know that I am promoting him. Hold on a second. And we want to get him on the line to talk about his services, his platforms. He does a wide variety of photography work, okay? www.johnflowersphotos.com. Please tell him Star sent you, okay? All right, back to Cash App. Drew, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, Drew. For the machine, big nigga. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, sir. Ricky Rick, good to hear from you. And he says, motherfuck, a ghetto oil. Oh, well, we're not going to say that word. The last word we're not going to say, Ricky Rick, but he says, motherfuck, gutter oil. Salute Ricky Rick, yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Rory, are you tapping in? Where's Rory? Where's Rory? Oh, man. Rory, I don't see you, man. Okay, boom, there you go. My nigga Rory was cracking, man. The white Denzel. Let's get it.
Yo, good?
Yo, how you feel, man? What's cracking?
Yo, I'm good, but yo, These sneaky, slanty-eyed bastards.
Oh, easy.
Are you kidding me?
You can say nigga all day, every day,
Kidding me?
but don't start taking.
We're talking about the enemy here.
Okay.
Talking about the enemy here.
Okay.
They got the gall, man, to send a They did that. These Chinese niggas are flexing on us.
I think so.
They are flexing on us.
I think
man.
so. Yeah.
If I told you that there would be 1 million Americans dead from something from a disease that is now confirmed to come out of a biolab in China,
right.
and there would be absolutely no repercussions or consequences. 1 million Americans dead and
right.
counting.
Right.
And counting. And now, and I hear all the callers that called up tonight are all passive. Like, this shit is all passive.
Let's go.
Like, they're not flexing on us.
Let's go.
Like, they're not letting us know what time it is, what's getting ready to happen. They're getting ready to do something, you know. These slanty.
They're doing it. They did it. Hold on a second. Rory, they did it. They sent the balloons. They're about that. They did it.
No, they're about that. They're doing that. And you saw what they said, what they reported, which I was shocked that they even reported that. They said that the balloons were hovering over where we have our nuclear missiles in Montana, one of the sites.
Yeah.
What more evidence you need to know that these slanty-eyed, flat-ass motherfuckers are flexing on us?
Okay, Rory, I don't own YouTube, so you're going to be careful. They do have community standards and guidelines. That's what you're going to do.
All right. They want beef. They want all the kung fu. And I gotta say this, Star.
Go ahead.
I apologize. Well, now I feel bad that I was manipulated to go against the black dudes in New York City when they were stomping the Asians out like 2 years after COVID. I feel bad. How stupid of me.
Yeah.
To second guess New York City black dudes' judgment on beef. They knew what time it is before we did.
Wow.
That's why they were getting at them everywhere they see them. They were like, the hell no.
I think that was just street hate. I don't think that was
these
like
are godless people.
It wasn't no political motivated beatings. It's just nigga shit.
No, they knew the beef was on.
Yeah.
They were smarter than the rest of us. We need to take a page out of their book and give it up to them.
Okay.
Because when this thing happened, and I live in New York City, so the rest of the country might not remember. We had stuff we never saw before. 9/11 wasn't anything compared to COVID.
Right.
We had more trucks.
Okay, Rory, hold on a second. Hold on. Janet says, I'm tipsy as fuck. And my mouth is deadly. I don't want to call back because I got smoke for bitches. Okay, thank you, Janet.
Yeah, I want to take her out for her birthday. She said her birthday's next month, Star. You got to hook that up. I want to take her out for her birthday. Give her my number or my email or something.
Rory, we got an echo in the background. Fix the echo. Fix the echo, please. It's same story, man. Fix that shit. Thank you, Janet. All caps. She says, I'm tipsy as fuck. Don't play with me tonight. Okay. Okay, somebody sent an email. Star, are you my father? I don't know. Who are you? Send in a goddamn picture with a donation or else go fuck yourself. Fuck out of here. Hold on a second. Okay, folks, I'm not interested in anything tonight other than what we're talking about. This is the Star Report. We stay focused. We stay on topic. Okay? Rory, do you care about Charles Barkley? Are you a basketball fan? I forget. He's talking about he and Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm a big b-ball fan.
Okay.
It just goes to show. When Charles Barkley said that, it goes to show. I know Black America didn't vote for Biden in the numbers that they say they did. And we all
I said Barkley, not Biden. Charles Barkley.
Conditions.
Rory. Charles Barkley, not Biden.
Yeah, Charles Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley.
He was the one that was making fun of Biden, right?
I don't know about that, but Charles Barkley sat down with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. He was talking about his relationship with Michael Jordan. It's been on the rocks for a decade. So I put something on the screen earlier. Do you give a shit? Do you think they should try and patch things up? Boom. See, there it is. Charles Barkley versus Michael Jordan. Do you think anybody cares? Who do you think is wrong? Think is wrong. You know
I don't really think anybody really cares too much about that. I mean, if they've been beefing this long, they might as well take it to the grave. Every time you see each other, you should just let fire off. I got a dude I got beef with, and from if I'm 65 years old, if I see this guy in a bar or anywhere, as soon as I see him, I'm firing off on him. I don't have no words said. That's the way. That's beef. If you got beef with a person that long, and you're like, no, I don't like him. I don't give a fuck about that.
Right.
Me and him can't be in the same place. We're firing off. No words being said. But yeah, the Chinese star, they got a whole master plan. These dudes play chess. They're not playing. They got our younger generation on TikTok. They got their
Rory, sit tight. Hold on, Rory. Hold on. Florida Boy Jay, I see you. I'm gonna bring you in. Sit tight. Also, Elvis the Chef Rosenberg. I need you, sir. Can you call in? We're talking about this balloon being shot down by the government. I'm talking that conspiracy shit, okay? Florida Boy Jay, sit tight. Rory, back to you.
Yeah, this balloon is real shit. They're not playing, man. That could be some sort of, like you said, that could be a chemical weapon. I think the first one was a test run.
I think so.
What we just went through with the pandemic.
Yeah.
And this right now, it was over our airspace for how long? We don't know if they were dropping shit off all over the...
Over a week. Hold on. This was out there over a week, and they're fucking monitoring the goddamn balloon. They wait till it gets out across, off the coast of South Carolina. Then they shoot it down.
You know... why did they wait to shoot it down like that, right? Why did they wait to shoot it down like that? Maybe they were worried there was biological weapons in there too. That's why they didn't want to shoot it down over the land.
I think
and I heard this old ass president we got, whatever you want to call him, weak president that we got, and he got up there and he insisted on telling everybody, I told them shoot it down on Wednesday. This is what he said, Star. He said, I told them shoot it down on Wednesday. So what you saying? You the commander-in-chief, and they didn't listen to you? They just brushed your old ass aside and said, man, this old motherfucker, we'll knock it down when it gets over on the sea.
Yeah.
So China watches all of that. And they know we got this weak-ass old man up in there, and they're not playing around, man. They took on manufacturing a long time ago. Now they got our kids programmed on TikTok.
TikTok. Oh, hold on a second. Salute to my nigga Trump. I voted for him twice, in case you guys don't know. Trump said, fuck out of here with TikTok. So fuck out of here with that shit.
Their next generation is getting ready to fight the battle.
Yeah.
And our next generation is on TikTok, losing brain cells and not doing nothing.
Right.
Let me tell you right now, so we fucked up. We didn't fuck up. America didn't fuck up. Our politicians and these people sold us out. When they sold our manufacturing out to China, they even our death is going to be manufactured from China.
Okay, sit tight. Exotic F7, thank you for your donation. Exotic F7, salute to you. Also, Elvis the Chef, you can text me if you want to call in. Florida Boy Jay, my nigga, I see you. Florida Boy Jay, good evening. Thank you for tapping in.
Nigga, man? Everybody calling in on the show, grooving off that shit, man. Niggas is sliding and gliding, going off on niggas. What's going on? Now we got niggas. Hey, and now
I'm on the Kettle One, and Janet said, I'm sipping, and it's best I don't call back in. What's cracking, Florida Boy Jay?
Hey man, listen. You got niggas out here talking about China coming and shit. The Chinese man is coming. The Chinese man is already here. Y'all niggas is already sitting there giving up your information. Right. Your daughter's already watching K-pop and these what BTS groups.
Right.
And these niggas, and you know what I'm saying?
K-pop.
Your son already don't even know what outside smell like because he's in the house watching anime, Attack on Titan and Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and shit. You know, you can't get a grip on them. You know, and then you sit around. You on goddamn TikTok, so they got where you sit you at. They know you over here dancing, gyrating, shit. They know your room.
Right.
They know your bathroom. They know who your people are.
Yeah.
China already has you.
Yeah.
China already has you. What
The goddamn balloon was probably sent to a very dense area that they get a lot of traffic through TikTok. I don't know. I'm out there right now, and it dropped whatever they wanted to drop in the goddamn ocean. I think that was planned. Shoot it down so we can get this into your ocean. What do you think? Am I crazy, Florida Boy J?
No, you're not crazy at all. And the main part about it is what Rory even said. The president has no say-so when this thing gets shot down. It has no bearing on what y'all going to do because you got issues in Taiwan. You already got the thing going on in the Ukraine. You are prepared to go to war, but I don't think we're ever going to go to war under the Democratic Party. That's not their job to do. You're going to put a Republican in there, go do that and face the blame because that's just the way I see it personally. They're going to wait for the next term to go forward. China, it's not going to happen even if Kamala gets the president. I don't see that happening. They're not going to put a female in president at the time in history that they were going to go to war with China. They'll even put it off. But not even go too far off topic. Like I said,
hang on a second. Rory, are you still there? Did Rory hang up or is he still there? Where's Rory? Hold on a second.
Yo, I'm here.
Okay. So, you didn't hang up. Okay. What do you want to say, Florida Boy J? Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was saying for the fact that you niggas is already giving up your firstborn's middle name at Starbucks just to get on the, giving up your emails and stuff just to get a large venti half off. You're already in the grocery store getting emailed by Publix, when they get the chicken and Hawaiian rolls.
Right.
You gave up everything already. They know where you are. You talk too loud. You think, damn, I'm running out of deodorant. Then you go look on the internet and they got deodorant emojis and ads popping up. You don't even have to say it no more. They already got you.
Right.
Where do you think the phones come from? Who do you think invent technology? So before we get on the Charles Barkley topic, all I'm saying is I don't know why niggas, I don't know why white people, I don't know why everybody's sitting here and we got to fight China. China already got you. They got your kids. They got your wife. You got these passport pros.
You wild, dude. What you talking about? They already got this.
Okay.
What you talking
okay,
about?
Florida Boy J, let Rory step in. Let him step in. Rory, you want to say
You're
what?
You're wildin', dude. You talking about they already got this. It's over. They already got this. What kind of bitch-ass shit is that? They don't got nothing. If you cut off the manufacturing, you cut off the supply chain, and you start getting. Don't forget, our military is way superior to theirs. I don't care what you say. Anything you buy from China is bullshit. And it's the same thing with their.
Rory, we were having a good discussion, man, but now you're taking it someplace else. That was a shot, dog. And if Florida Boy J claps back, man, I gotta let.
This dude talking about we gonna lose. What the hell kind of shit is that? You live in America, FBJ.
Keep it
don't
civil.
Be rooting for these goddamn chinks.
Keep it civil.
You go out there rooting for the chinks and shit. That's what it sounds like.
Hey, Roy, are you burning your bologna sliders on the roof or something? Like, why you got all this? Why you so hot and tense? You gotta relax, man.
No, because that shit pissed me off. You call yourself FBA. You call yourself FBA, which is foundational Black American, and yet you ready to just give the whole shit up to China without even a fight. Oh, they already won. They already got us. No, motherfucker. We need a leader. We need a leader that loves America. That's gonna fight these dudes like Trump. We need a gangster up in there. We need a New York gangster up in there. But I'm just disagreeing with you. I ain't cut. Happy Black History Month. I hope you enjoyed your chicken and waffles yesterday. But you up on the show talking about they won already. We might as well just give the whole shit up. You want to live underneath these Chinese dudes? You ain't even want to fight?
Yo, it's my turn, right?
What?
Yeah,
you should be in Jacksonville.
All right, Rory, hold on a second. Let Florida Boy J respond. Let him respond.
That's what you should
okay,
do.
let him respond. Florida Boy J, you have the floor. One at a time. Goddamn. Shit.
Listen, everything Rory is saying is the exact thing he shames Black people for doing, is begging for a leader, begging for a savior to guide them to some type of prosperity, into a win against certain nations. That's not what's going to happen. America has sold out well before you came here. America sold out when the Great Depression happened. You people think it's a middle class was a 60, 70-year experiment. There was no middle class in 1910, 1810, 1710, 81 BC. It never happened. It was a 60-year experiment, mainly in the U.S. and Western countries in Europe, because other places it was communist. So we're all trying to think this is a fair game, and we're trying to preserve America that you guys came up in. It's not happening no more.
Okay. I want you guys to pause. You're both saying some good things.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you guys to sit tight. I have to get to PayPal. PayPal is very important. Sit tight, okay? All right. On the screen, youtube.com/Steve Williams. Please go there, subscribe, tell them I sent you, okay? E-City NYC got your donation. Salute Boss Hog. When you touch down in New York City, how much you charge for a promotional photo shoot? I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I'm not a photographer. Promotional photos? I don't do anything with photos in New York City, but I'll be back in New York next month. I've got some apartments lined up. I want to see them in person, but it's cold as fuck up there. I'm not going to New York in the cold right now. I'm going to wait until things just warm up a little bit, man. But thank you for your donation. E-City NYC, okay? TJ got your donation. Okay, taking shots at Janet, thank you. Indiana Mustang Combs. Switch up that Hispanic chick. We'll put poison in your... Okay, he's talking crazy. Thank you so much. Game Star Group got your donation. That U.S. Air Force general already let us know what's up. We'll be ready. I hear you, man. Thank you for your donation. I heard him talking on Fox News, the U.S. Air Force general. He said they wanted to take it out earlier. And they were looking at Wednesday. He also said that he feels like China has, I don't want to say drawn first blood. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said something to the effect that China is testing us. Maybe you know the exact wording, but thank you for your donation. Game Star Group, okay? What's that? Okay, somebody's just getting at me. Thank you, Mustang Combs. TJ says the Chinese is the new devil. Okay. RC from the 315, did I read that yet? Big nigga. Okay, I did read that. Pardon me. Okay. All right, Florida Boy Jay and Rory, back to you guys. Florida Boy Jay, let's go to you first, and then we'll come back to Rory. Florida Boy, and you know, how about we do this? How about we go to my question? Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, does anybody care? I think these guys should patch things up, but I think Barkley should be the one to make the advance. Am I crazy, Florida Boy Jay?
No, you're not crazy, because at the end of the day, Charles Barkley is a loser. And he knows he is, and he has to placate to the winner in life. The most successful is the one who gets to write the history, is the victor. Like, you were just a footnote in my story. Nobody gives a hell about the 30 points and 20 rebounds you had in Game 7 Western Conference. Nobody remembers that game and who you played. We only know you lost to Michael Jordan in the playoff 8. That's all we know of. That's all we know of you for the casual fan. You're Charles Barkley. You know, I'm a sports guy, no stats, but I'm getting back on the topic. You criticize Michael Jordan, knowing when you're in his inner circle, when you are hanging with him, when you're part of the cool kids, you know, you could, hey, I'm Jordan's homie, now you can get in spots now. You got to placate to the winner. And once you step out of that and criticize for his blatant business, malpractice, his running.
It's a violation.
Bobcat
it's a
turned
violation.
into the Hornets. With the no. I'm just talking about the way he's ran the organization with draft picks and blunders and not re-signing people to free agency. Just the Charlotte Hornets is a putrid franchise. But because you criticize him publicly and you probably didn't call him, let him know before, just like when you talk about a lot of people who go from sports to journalism and criticize their former colleagues and teams, they get a lot of smoke. That's what happened with Jordan and Charles Barkley. Yeah. Charles Barkley didn't publicly apologize or apologize even to him on the phone. And Jordan's like, you're not going to placate me and tell me.
I've never heard Jordan even address this Charles Barkley tension or friendship. Have you? I never heard him address this.
No, and he doesn't have to because he's Michael Jordan.
Right.
When have you ever heard a hardball question thrown at Michael Jordan ever publicly on camera or in writing?
Yeah.
He's protected. We all know that. So Charles Barkley needs to placate to get back in those spaces, or else you're on the outside looking in. You know the 75th NBA anniversary happened. All the guys had their jackets. All the great players there. Charles Barkley,
Right.
Michael Jordan was there. They're both there. They didn't interact at all.
Right,
And you
right.
know it was certain points where Michael had his niggas around, and either it had to be like Charles ain't hanging with the real niggas tonight,
Right.
or one of the real niggas like Oakley had to be like, come on, Mike, not
Yeah.
tonight, man.
Okay.
You know, Kobe
Okay.
ain't here.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. Rory, any comments? You're a sports guy as well. Again, up on Vlad TV and other sources. Charles Barkley.
I can't believe this young dude. I can't believe this young dude called Charles Barkley a loser. I can't believe somebody that didn't grow up watching Charles Barkley called him a loser. Charles Barkley was a beast, man. Charles Barkley was a
Hang on, Florida Boy Jay. Let Rory talk. Let him talk. Let Rory
That's
talk.
that girl energy. You know, he got to jump in. You're not my girlfriend, dude. Chill out. Don't jump in when I'm talking. And you know, I can't believe he called him a loser. Charles Barkley took on all the big guys, all the baddest dudes, Shaq, Rodman, everybody. Charles Barkley is an icon. Charles Barkley might have not won rings. Don't matter. His name rings bells. It'll always ring bells. More so, if you ask the average person who is Charles Barkley or who is Robert Horry, who has like 5 or 6 rings, what you think they're not going to know Charles Barkley? And on top of that, he's super accomplished as an analyst. Whether you think he's smart, stupid, whatever, he's got a personality. He's getting paid. He got big bucks. The last thing that man, I'll say this about Charles Barkley. The last thing that man is on this planet is a loser. He's living. He's living good and been living good. And the whole Michael Jordan thing just reminds me of Tupac. Listen, stop. If Michael Jordan never
Tupac and Biggie? Tupac and Biggie?
Hold up. If Michael Jordan never existed, I would still love basketball. If Tupac never existed, I would still love hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I hate these young guys that come up here and make these crazy statements like that. You know, hey, it's Florida Boy Jay. I'm going to say salute to you because I seen you in that video down in Florida where Diddy was singing to French Montana with his shirt off. I seen you in the background with your shirt off, too. I seen you down there in Florida. So salute to you on that. Salute to you on that viral video. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck? Yeah, hold on.
Went viral,
Hold on. You
G.
got to let Florida Boy Jay respond. I
finally went
don't know what the
viral.
fuck you're talking about. FBJ, what the fuck is he talking about?
Rory drunk off his banana juice trying to work online and
Yo,
this
congratulations,
speed dating
my
show.
G.
Rory, you called the wrong live show on YouTube. I think the training speed dating show comes on at 11. You got another hour
I
to
seen you
go.
in that video with
Wrong-
Diddy
wrong
singing
platform. I know those
Happy Birthday
baloney
to French
sliders on the New
Montana.
York rooftop getting videos.
Down in Florida.
Birthday.
I seen you with your shirt off in the background singing Happy Birthday with Diddy. I seen that down in Florida. I'm salute to you on that viral video,
Like
my
I
G.
said before, like I said before, back on the topic with Charles Barkley, you're a loser. I haven't heard anybody in the NBA history since
How the hell you call him a loser? How the hell you call him a loser?
I studied Charles Barkley.
What's
I
wrong
wanted
with
to
you?
be the next Barkley. Tell me one nigga you ever seen since
Yo,
that fat ass nigga.
Okay, Rory, you have to let Florida Boy Jay respond. You had the floor.
Bald-headed, donut eating.
You have the floor.
That bald-headed, donut-eating, slave cosplaying on Sports Illustrated, not trusted in the black community, having ass, only tried to join a super team to be the first nigga who failed on a super team, having ass with the Houston Rockets just to only criticize the same niggas who won rings as a super team, couldn't do anything but troll niggas in the NBA because you are a loser. Shaq reminds you that you are a loser. I'm going to call him a loser because his peers call him a loser, so I'm going to call him a loser. If you want to do anything about it, he would have did something about it in 94 when he
Okay.
lost against the Rockets. In 95 when he lost against the Rockets again, the Spurs. All them niggas who talk about he battled against all them and he lost. He's a loser. You know it. You just identify with him because you like fat niggas.
Okay. Whew, all right, we're going to finish up, guys, because I gotta get to some of my sponsors here. Rory.
Dreads.
Rory.
Come on, man.
Rory, thank you for tapping in. Anything we forgot to touch on? I think we covered a lot of ground with both of you guys.
Nope. No, I think we covered. I think we covered enough for tonight. But yeah, salute to him on the viral video with Diddy, man. And peace to you, Star.
Okay.
Peace and Black Power, Black History Month.
Oh, yeah, man, absolutely. Florida Boy Jay, sit tight. I want you to promote your platform, okay? When you doing your next live, FBJ?
Yeah, we're doing next live Monday, man. We did a live last night. We are actually talking about that passport bro situation and just looking at it from different perspectives and seeing, looking at different videos, seeing certain black women talk against it, certain women from these countries speak for it. We actually showed a few clips of women from certain countries.
Well, wait a minute. So you didn't call in on that show about the passport bros, right?
No.
Okay. Let me give you a few minutes. What are your thoughts? Because I spoke to you earlier, and you were going to call in, but then you had a situation. Your thoughts overall. Take a couple of minutes, 3 minutes here, about whether you think the passport bros are doing the right thing, or are you against them? Please.
On the passport bros, the reason why I'm not against them is because for the simple fact that every time black men start doing something or popularize themselves participating in what everybody else is doing, it loses its value. It becomes ostracized. It's not criminalized and outlawed and shamed. You hear every time you go to your malls, your favorite stores, your favorite restaurants. It doesn't matter if you see a couple of black women here and there, but as soon as you start seeing black men in the spots that you like to frequent, then it immediately loses its value to your mind. So when I say that, I'm saying that to say this. You, as certain black women, can't say anything about the black guys who are doing the travel girl thing because you girls were placating Stella Got Her Groove Back in the mid-'90s. Right. And that book was written in the 90s and in the 80s.
I forgot about that.
So that had been going on for decades. And that was something that they knew that could be profitable and marketed to you women in the 90s. We're talking about almost 30 years ago. Yeah. So now that you have all these sites of social media where men are going to profess their love for going out to foreign countries and finally showing people and visualizing what they've already been doing. Now black women have a problem with the same men that they don't want to be with and they already view as ugly, awkward, undesirable, non-committal, don't want to be with them. But you have an issue with them going off and flying to meet these women also to get on these niggas. All you're doing is international simping, to be honest.
All right, so hang on a second. You've said a lot. Promote your platform so they can go to your channel to hear you talk about this in more detail, please.
Yeah, man. Perspectives and Facts podcast. YouTube, go to Florida Boy J, episode 54. We talked about it. We had a few people call in. John Blaze tapped in.
Nice.
We had we had a very in-depth conversation. We talked about both sides too. We even talked about certain women over there who are looking for men. But my final point to say this: all of the best women from all these places that you're flying to end up in America at the end of the day. So you're just paying this premium to go get something that's already home.
Hey, man, good to talk to you. Thank you for tapping in, Florida Boy J.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, extended show here tonight. Talking about the balloon that was shot down by the U.S. military, the Air Force to be precise, off the coast of South Carolina today. Roughly around 2:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, an F-22 fighter jet fired a missile at the balloon, puncturing it while it was about 6 miles off the coast. 6 miles off the coast of Myrtle Beach, okay? All right, your thoughts? Oh, did Elvis tap in? Hold on a second. Elvis, is that you? Elvis the chef?
Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, I am here, Star.
Hey, man, thank you for being patient. I'm sipping. I'm doing a lot here, man. How's the channel going? Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg on YouTube, and you do a show called Premium Black News, which you give me credit for that. I thank you. How's the platform going?
It's going okay. It could be a lot better. I think we're going to do some things to get it out of the 100 views. I'm at 100, 200 views, and I know if I keep it up, it's going to do a lot better. The shows are pretty.
Let's talk behind the scenes. I don't have all the answers, but in terms of the algorithms, plural, hey, I'm almost 60, so I'm getting views that people 25 years younger than me get. You feel me? So I might be able to help you, but let's talk behind the scenes.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
You want to talk about this balloon?
The balloon. I don't know.
6 miles off of the coast of Myrtle Beach.
I don't know if you heard me earlier. I'm jumping out the window. I think that inside the balloons, because there's more than one, there's some type of chemical warfare. China, who created COVID-19 in a lab, allegedly. I think that they wanted us to shoot the balloons down, whether it was over land or overseas. It didn't matter. I think they wanted us to shoot the balloons down. What say you, sir?
I think it's a good theory. Some sort of aerosol, something. Even the balloon, what created the balloon itself could be, toxic to the environment to some degree. I believe all of it, definitely. And I believe we would do it to ourselves as much as they would do it to us.
Right.
They've definitely got their nuts hanging real low. Once Biden came, they were like starting, they ready to start wars. They want to get rid of the petrodollar. They doing whatever they got to do. I think they might have gotten rid of the petrodollar. I don't know. But,
okay,
China is letting their nuts hang with a guy like Biden at the helm. That's a fact.
Right.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And, I'm one that talks about fluidity and this reality and what's really going on. But, if you got a nation that's running around trying to buy their way into countries, they're going to be spying on every chance they get on every part of the land. Like they're buying up all these islands. They're buying up San Francisco, all kind of places. They got the Waldorf Astoria here in New York. Yeah. I mean, they ain't never going to stop. There's so many countries. We as Americans can't buy any property unless we're born citizens of that place. But America and capitalism, they allow so many people in. It's crazy. I don't get it.
Well, let's not blame the beautiful system of capitalism.
Right.
People
beautiful system. Value for value.
People misuse the system of capitalism. I mean, so greed is something that we do have to monitor. Greed, but the system is fucking beautiful, in my opinion.
Right.
So it's been shot down. One of the balloons. I don't know where the other one is right now. Do you know? Is it somewhere in South America? Where's the second balloon at? And who's going to shoot it down?
I don't know, sir. I'm not up to speed. I'm sorry. I'm not up to speed. But I just want to say this. I just wonder what like Rory was talking about, like straight up going to war. And before we send our men out there to die, what is it? What is war? What causes us to go to war? There's a balloon spying. Is that war worthy?
Can I jump in, sir? Can I jump?
I don't think so.
Can I jump in? Can I jump in?
Please.
There's not going to be any sending anybody to war. Are you familiar with the sci-fi film Prometheus? Prometheus.
Yeah. That was supposed to be the first Alien movie. Yeah. The origins of that.
Origins of it. 2012, to be precise. Do you remember the opening scene where the so-called creator of life on Earth, a giant, white, so white he didn't have eyebrows, hair, nothing. He drank the liquid, fell into the water, and that's how life evolved on Earth. You remember that scene?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I remember it very well.
Okay, so again, I'm a high school dropout, class of '82.
Right.
The water, in my opinion, is what the Chinese, with their advanced technology, or they mimic a lot of our technology, but they modify a lot of our technology. The water would be the most logical place. There's not going to be any soldiers coming over here dropping bombs. No, they're going to contaminate the fucking water and the food. And we're gonna start eating
Right.
shit as we do. We eat shit. We know Chicken McNuggets is not chicken. We know the beef fried
Right.
rice is not fucking beef. We'll be scavengers, and we're gonna become mutated, deformed, and we're gonna maybe, I don't know, 50 million people die within 5 years. Does that sound crazy?
No, it doesn't sound crazy. I think it's unlikely, but I do believe in
Okay.
the water world, the
Okay.
water wars that are coming.
Right.
There are water wars coming, or else there wouldn't be publicly traded companies
Right.
that are just sitting around, waiting for these aqueducts to be leveraged as commodities. And I'm in it to win it when it comes to that. So it's like, all is possible. I'm not looking at it as a spooky situation, because that obviously would be war. If, people off of the coast, everybody over there in Myrtle Beach drop dead in the next.
Hold on a second. 916 Franklin, are you there, sir? Pardon me for moving so slow. 916 Franklin, can you call back? Did we speak? I'm looking for you in the queue. Elvis, sir, respectfully, this is when I need you to this is when I need you the most. A goddamn balloon was shot down by the military.
Right.
Where are your conspiracies now?
Well, I just wonder, like I asked the question, what's the cause for war? Because could this be like another Gulf of Tonkin? Could this be like, another Sirhan, where we need the cannon fodder and we're looking for public opinion and the algorithm is listening? Lately I have been very humble because, I know the algorithm is listening. I'm not trying to manifest anything. I don't want to, co-sign Rory, but I understand I understand what he's saying, and I'm just like, what is the core? What does it take for us to actually go to war? And then where's it going to be fought on? We're going to keep sending our guys out there, and we're going to be driving our Lamborghinis and our Maseratis still.
Elvis,
I don't know.
Elvis,
I've changed, dog.
Okay.
I've changed.
Okay. Hey, before I let you go,
I got that premium black news, man. I don't need to be the conspiracy theorist. It's not profitable. Not profitable.
Whoa! You've stepped away from conspiracy shows? What are you saying?
Yeah, because it's just like, I was getting, 1,000 views and 800 views and 700 views, but it's not monetizable.
Okay. Let's talk behind the scenes. Before I let you go, you have, I'll just say, an interest in Red Hook, Brooklyn. Yes? Red Hook? If I remember correctly?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And the migrants in the hotels in Midtown Manhattan refuse to go to some type of camps? Are those camps in Red Hook? I thought I read that.
Yes, they are. They're 2 blocks away from me. Yeah,
Is your
2 blocks away from me.
Is your property value?
And you can see all of it.
Is your property value going down?
No, I don't. No, I don't own any property. Only property I have is in Bushwick, but I don't have any property in this area here. But let me tell you, they have it so controlled that they can't even walk into place. They're busing them in.
Shit.
So you never even see them. So, because I was thinking about opening up a quick taco stand or something like that, and then I realized that I can't even open up the taco stand because they're not even letting them walk in. They have to be bussed into that entranceway.
Right.
So they got it totally, I don't blame anyone for not going there. It looks like a concentration camp.
Shit.
It looks crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
Hey, man, good to talk to you, Elvis. Thank you for tapping in.
All right. Big up
Thank you.
to Chef Rosenberg.
Yes,
you
sir.
too.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was hoping he would have called in and just went left, right, left, right, left. He says he's done with conspiracies. What the fuck? Indiana Combs got your donation. Lee Majors said this curly-haired crossbreed touched my arm. I gotta wash it now. What? Oh, Jesus Christ. You're taking me back, man. What year was that? 74? Hold on a second. This man sent in a donation. I got time. The $6 Million Man, Lee Majors. We can rebuild you. Taller. That was one of my favorite shows. 1973. Okay, so it was probably 1974 when he came to Blue Star Shopping Center across Route 22, because I lived in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Yes, I was a mall rat in the 70s. For those of you who don't know. Okay, yeah, so the show came on from 1973 to 1978. I'm almost positive that was 1974 when he came to Toys R Us. He came down the line. He was shaking people's hands. I'll tell the story again, sir. You sent it a donation. I shook his hand and I grabbed his arm and I was looking for the wires because the hand that I was shaking was supposedly his bionic arm. I couldn't see the wires. It didn't feel plastic. And then I said to him, I said, I bet James Bond can kick your ass. I'll bet James Bond can kick your ass. That's what I said to him. He just patted me on the head and kept shaking hands with other kids. Thank you, man. That was a nice donation. GameStar Group says, first time I've agreed with white boy Rory. Okay. Area code 901. Can you sit tight? I got to read some donations. Sit tight, 901. Okay. Franklin, I don't see you, sir, 916, but thank you for your support, okay? I got to keep it pushing. I don't see 916. Mo. Okay, which Mo are you, sir? I don't know. There's a few Mo's. Oh, okay. He says, don't say my name. Sir, I'm sipping. Brock, I got your donation. Janet is worried that trans are teaching women to be women. Salute to Janet. Janet sends me emails throughout the day. I can't look at all of them, but Janet is on her grizzly. She does great research. Dottie says, white and Latina mammies matter too. Seasoned cooch. Thank you, Dottie. Thank you, darling. Hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. Sit tight. PSB, got your donation? Oh, wait a minute. Is that my guy? Where the fuck has he been? Aaron, is that Aaron? Hey, man, holy shit. What time did he send that? Aaron, can you call back? I'm just now seeing that. Aaron, I'm just now seeing. Where have you been? Are you okay? Were you in jail? What the fuck happened? Florida Boy J, can you tell Aaron to call back? Let me go to 901 in the meantime. 901, good evening. Are you there? 901.
Hey, Star, it's Stephanie.
Hey, what's up, lady? Good to hear from you. What's cracking?
Nothing much. Sitting here listening to your show. Before I start with the balloon, I do want to say Jenny hit it right on the money. Everything she was saying was right for me.
Okay.
It resonated with my spirit.
Okay.
And I feel like Dana was a little bit off the mark when she said the young people don't care, because I think I'm not young, but I don't think I'm old yet either. You know what I'm saying? And we absolutely care about representation and how we look. The problem is when it's not reciprocated.
Okay.
I can't go to a school that doesn't have. I can't go to a HBCU if they don't have good living conditions for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even back when I went to Clark, because I went to Clark for a year and a half.
Good
and
for
even
you.
back when I went to Clark. Yeah, I'm a dropout. It's cool. But even when I went to Clark, it wasn't up to par.
Okay.
So, and that's been 10 years ago. So I think that's where the disconnect comes from. It's not that we don't care, that our representation is being kind of thwarted, I guess. It's just that we don't care about the schools at all at this point. Like, you're not doing for us. I can go to a predominantly black school and it be cheaper, and it is what it is. I have to pay $30,000 to go to this private school, and y'all not taking care of me like y'all should be taking care of me, especially with you being, quote unquote, my people. So I think that's where it kind of disconnect comes in.
Okay.
But on this balloon thing, so you said that there was something in the balloon.
I'm on one.
At first,
I'm on one.
At first, I disagreed.
Okay.
I said, how do we even know this balloon came from China?
Right.
Like, what's going on?
Right.
I'm sure that is, how do we, because, the elections are coming up next year, so this might be Biden's way of being like, okay, let me get the ball started early to say, look, I'm doing for you niggas. I'm doing for y'all. Don't worry about it. I got this. But I just saw something that said that the Chinese has absolutely taken claim to this balloon.
Right.
And they have said that it was a very unnecessary and clear overreaction to Biden shooting the balloon down.
Right. Now hang on a second, Stephanie. Stay with me. I'm an old dropout. I'm not the sharpest knife. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I've said this before, and I've got some white cousins, Caucasians on my mother's side, and growing up in the 70s, I learned something about them, and then my father told me. My father said, whatever the Caucasian can't control or whatever he doesn't understand, he or she said they want to destroy it. And then I noticed some of my cousins, every time we would go somewhere, they would want to break up shit, set shit on fire, put fucking sugar in people's gas tanks. I said, what is it with all this goddamn destruction shit? What the fuck? So this is how I know, or what I claim to know, the nature of certain groups and or cultures. So here we have the U.S. military shooting a goddamn balloon down. Why? Why don't you capture it? All the fucking technology we got with goddamn G5 and these motherfucking cell phones and all of this shit with the satellites.
That's what I was just about to say. Like, we got satellites in the sky, like taking pictures of the planet. I don't understand why they couldn't have caught this balloon before it even got to land.
We got helicopters that literally can land and raise up. Why not capture the fucking balloon and examine it? Go ahead.
That's very true. That's very true. I think the Biden administration was so eager to say, hey, we got to win.
Right.
I think that's really what it was. Hey, we got to win.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Not realizing that it. Well, I don't know what they really thought, because you can see the balloon.
Kill it. We don't. Did we create it? Kill it. Shoot it down.
But the Chinese said that it was a civilian balloon. It was an unmanned civilian balloon. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they're saying. I'm sure the American government could have verified that before they shot it down. I feel like him shooting it down was more of an aggression move to say, hey, don't mess with us. And China is being like little broing us and being like, hey, bro, if you mess with me again, it's gonna be a problem. Because they done already warned them.
Yeah.
After Biden shot the balloon down, I think this is the foreign ministry or somebody was like, he disapproved, and then he was like, we're gonna take some type of action about it.
Stephanie, if I can jump in and say this, to even send a balloon over here is trying to punk us out.
What little bro? Yeah, they was like, y'all some hoe ass niggas, we know it.
Yeah. Y'all ain't really about that. We're gonna send this motherfucker over there and spy on you, and you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't really about that. You ain't really about that.
Yeah. Yeah, they was definitely punking us to see what we was gonna do, and Biden probably did exactly what they thought we was gonna do. But now they gaslighting us like, boy, it wasn't nothing.
Right.
It wasn't. They definitely gaslighting us now.
Hey, good to talk to you.
That's all, though. I ain't want to say.
Good to talk
All
to
right.
you. Take care. All right. Stephanie's tapping in. Guys, I'm looking for Aaron. I just sent Florida Boy Jay a text. Aaron, just shoot me an email next time and say, hey, I'm on the line, man. I haven't spoke to him in a while. Okay, hold on a second. Good evening, 571. Are you there? Good evening, 571.
Hey, how you doing, Star? Hey, man. Hey, you've been doing the Lord's work, man, for the past few days. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man.
Your YouTubes have been amazing, man. But
Thank
yo,
you,
check this out.
Thank you.
One thing we haven't been talking about is, let me tell you something, Star. What China did was this. This was a dry run for an EMP attack.
I agree.
Electromagnetic pulse attack.
I agree.
Have you ever heard that, Star?
Yes.
Have you ever heard that, Star?
Yes.
Okay. Star. Check this out. If we get hit by EMP, let me tell you what happens. All the power lines go down. Your cars are fucking disabled.
Mm-hmm.
Your phones are disabled. Every electronic device is disabled. Nobody's talking about that. The Pentagon, the DOD, they know what the fuck China is doing. They know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why they didn't shoot it down, the balloon, because they were.
No, sir. They did shoot it down.
Because,
they did. Do you mean earlier?
Okay.
You mean earlier?
But because China is doing a dry run. Basically, what China is doing, they're letting us know, hey, you know what? You motherfuckers, your missile defense ain't nothing.
Yeah.
We can fly balloons over here no matter what. And what the United States was doing was they was like, hey, we need to figure out what's going on right now. And what I believe happened was this: they was going back and forth in Beijing, asking them, do you have a nuke in that freaking balloon? Is a nuke in there? And Beijing say, hey, look, we don't have a nuke in there. It's a weather balloon. But what China is doing, they're letting us know, hey, you know what? We can fly these freaking balloons over here, and we can freaking destroy your whole country. Basically, what an EMP would do is it would take us to the Stone Age. It would take us to the...
Now, hang on a second. I want to respond to what you're saying, if I can just jump in here. The technology you're talking about is really old. 20 years ago, they were using that here in the United States to stop criminals in Los Angeles when their cars, when they wouldn't stop, they would shoot that little mechanical car up under vehicles to shock them and to knock out all of the sensors, the relay systems. So that's not new technology. I hear what you're saying. I'm thinking, hang on, if I can just finish my point, and then I'll go back to you. I'll let you finish it up. I'm thinking that they wanted it to be shot down. I'm thinking there was some type of chemical warfare in there. SARS, we're forgetting about SARS. SARS came from China. COVID-19. They can lose, 1 billion people and still be fucking strong. We lose 1 billion people, we're in trouble. You have the floor. Go ahead.
Star, you know what? China, basically, they have been projecting this. China and Russia, they have been projecting for years and years that, hey, you know what? We could send a balloon over and launch an EMP attack against you and disable you. You know what I'm saying? This has been documented for years and years and years.
I agree.
Okay. So basically, that balloon that came over here, they had thousands and thousands of balloons. And what they're telling us is, if you go to atimes.com,
Okay.
It's a legitimate website that'll tell you what's really going on. China's basically projecting and telling the United States, hey, you know what? Your missile defense ain't what you think it is. You ain't shit, and we can destroy you if we wanted to. If they launch an EMP in this country, this country's over. This country is done. And I hear a lot of people talking on here. Nobody's talking about an EMP attack. they could launch an EMP with no problem. It'd be so easy for them to do it. They could launch 20,000 of those freaking balloons.
Yeah, now hang on a second. I want to jump in. Okay, so suppose they do release more balloons. I don't want to give them too much credit. I'm not in no way, shape, or form rooting for fucking China. Suppose they do release more balloons. Then what? Then do you think we will say, hey, maybe there's something inside the goddamn balloons?
Star, they already know, like I said, this was a dry run to let us know, hey, you know what? China is dragging their balls on the United States, man. Yeah. They just dragging their balls right now. Okay. They're letting us know, hey, we can do this right here.
Are they trying to bring us into a war? Because at some point, in my opinion, China's going to go in there and help Russia with Ukraine. At some point, they're going to say, you know, okay,
Star.
We're tired of fucking around. Kill off, a couple of 100,000 of you. I'll let you finish up. Go ahead.
Okay, Star, listen to me. If China and Russia was to team up against the United States, we're done. We are done.
Okay.
Yeah, we can launch attacks. We can launch attacks against those countries and destroy those countries. But you know what? They don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Russia, their history is this: when they go to war, they don't care about their people that die. They don't care about it. They just say, hey, you know what? We got 1 million men. We're gonna send them over there. 700,000 is gonna die, but you know what? We're gonna win. Mm. When you think back to World War II,
I have to say respectfully, sir. If I can just jump in, I think Russia has been exposed by Ukraine. Russia is struggling with Ukraine. I think this is why, in my opinion, China could be now picking with us to show Russia, or to show the world, the real power of China. They're struggling with Ukraine. Would you agree on that? Russia struggling in Ukraine?
Star, if you read the news...
Sir, I'm asking you a question. Fuck the news. I'm asking you a question. Is Russia struggling with Ukraine?
Russia is having some roadblocks with Ukraine because we are sending advanced technology to Ukraine. But if you read the papers,
I do, sir. I do. Trust me. I do.
So
they're struggling, sir. They're struggling. They're getting their asses handed to them. They're not the force, the power structure that we thought they were, that they thought they were, that Europe thought they were. They're getting beat by Ukraine.
Star, listen to me.
Finish up.
Star, we're going to send them like 30 Abrams tanks. What the hell is 30 Abrams tanks going to do? And the 30 Abrams tanks we're going to send is not going to have the technology that can deflect freaking the missiles that can destroy the Abrams tanks. We're going to send Abrams tanks from the 70s.
Gotcha.
To Ukraine.
I'm going to land my plane here, sir, and say Russia is pussy. But thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello?
Star?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Russia's pussy.
Yeah,
okay. Thank you. Russia has been exposed, my nigga. I'm looking for fucking Aaron. Where is Aaron? Is Aaron calling back in? Russia ain't about that life. They've been pump faking for decades. Getting exposed. Folks, on the screen is my PayPal. Let me promote myself along with my algorithms. It's all about the algorithms. I know some people are upset. I've got too many sponsors. I know. I got too many sponsors, according to some people. I love it, and I've got room for more. I'll even do a special tonight. 2 months promotion for 1 month payment. For the next 24 hours only. It's all about the goddamn algorithms. Anybody tells you different, they're just capping. Kenyatta, I got your donation. Okay, somebody will respond. Thank you, Kenyatta. Yes, Kenyatta, that rate will work. That rate will work, okay? Darnell, I got your donation. Salute to the most honorable Florida Boy J. Okay, he's calling FBJ the most honorable. That's my nigga, Florida Boy J. We were talking earlier. Hey, Tara. Tara says, Star, you have nice hands. Oh, well, thank you, darling. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tara. Okay. Sir Shy, Star, Google Looney Tunes. Okay. Okay, I don't want to promote that, but okay, thank you. Thank you. Sir Shy, thank you. Is Blade in the live chat, guys? Is Blade in the live chat? Blade, my next road trip, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think I'm going to Auschwitz in November. That's the plan. I can't say for certain because I got to go talk to these people in New York. Jesus. Where's your donation? Who is 586? Where's your donation? We don't talk to people for free. Get out of here. Okay, and I did speak to this guy. Hold on a second. Mo, thank you again, man. Thank you, Mo. I gave you a good amount of time to talk, Mo. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Good evening. Are you calling from overseas? Good evening. Good evening.
Yo.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
All right. Last night at the Zanzibar. What's happening?
My nigga. How you feel, man? Let's talk about it.
Come on, man. I'm coming up the mountain. And all this about, I'm glad I wasn't in Myrtle Beach. You know, I was on the slopes during that time. But it's amazing how they allow these type of things. No, we allowing this stuff to happen to us.
Right.
And nobody is standing up, let alone having the balls to have buyer's remorse, right? All these niggas, oh, Biden, this and that. If Trump was in there, it wouldn't have never happened. You know, shout out to my man.
Nigga, you know we don't do no shout outs. You an old Jersey nigga like me.
True,
you know we don't do that shit.
I know.
You know we don't
Just
do that
saying,
shit.
Bill Cooper. You know, because a lot of this stuff that's happening, I mean, niggas already know what time it is. You know, the HBC, HBUs, whatever, they can all go to hell because once niggas get in position, they can care less. What's her name? Jenny from the block trying to do Jennifer Lopez type thing. Niggas pick them up and crack it.
Hello? Oh, shit. I think he hung up. I didn't hang up on him. 509. Can you hang on? 509.
Peace, dog. What's going on, bro?
Peace, man. Hold on a second. Stay there. Hold on. My nigga Alex sent me a donation. Star, is it true that you start every morning by listening to Material Girl by Saucy Santana? Did he redo Madonna's Material Girl? Tell me that's not true, my nigga. Oh my God. Troll Babies, did Saucy Santana redo Material Girl by Madonna? That's crazy you asked that because I was playing La Isla Bonita earlier. Oh my goodness. Is that true? Alex, thank you for your donation. Salute to you, man. Salute. Dante. Star, the Bidens work with China. Ask Hunter Biden. You're right. You're fucking right. Hey, Kelly. Kelly says China Balloon, TikTok, Chinese-owned company. Yeah. Is that Kelly from Seattle? If not, thank you, Kelly, for tapping in your donation. You're appreciated. Oh, my nigga, Crime Skills. Wait a minute. Let me get my nigga on the line. Crime Skills.
Yo, my dude.
Brethren,
my dude.
brethren, can I say something first before you start? Can I say something first?
Go ahead.
You know, it's so funny you called because earlier, after they shot down the fucking balloon, I said, you know, the old yard man would have said, let God take the balloon where it needs to go. The yard man from the 80s that I knew, they wouldn't have shot it down. They would have said, let God take the balloon where it needs to go. Am I crazy?
Yeah, I'm on.
Come on. What's cracking? Let's go.
Let me let you understand something.
Please,
right?
please.
I don't know how much time you spend on it, but this is what I do every day when it comes on to politics.
Come on.
All right?
Come on.
Russia hasn't been exposed, bro. Russia hasn't been exposed, and that's propaganda star. I'm willing to put $500 on this war. Like we could bet. I could put money. I'm not even thinking twice nor thrice. I could put $500 right now on this Russia. Listen, when Russia is done with Ukraine, there won't be a living organism. A living organ. Trust me on this. They are exposed.
Organism, you meant to say organism.
A little time. You will see. I don't know what propaganda news, Virgin. But let me tell you something. I listen to people that I listen to people that spend over 2 decades in the U.S. military. These are the people I listen to when it pertaining to Ukraine and Russia. Don't be fooled, brethren. Don't be fooled, brethren. Don't get it twisted, brethren.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. When Russia is done with Ukraine, my word, Vlad will be crying when Russia is done. My word, that's where Vlad is from. That's where Vlad's family is from. When Russia is done with Ukraine, my word, what's gonna happen? Yo, they're gonna obliterate that place, my dude. Don't get it twisted, dog. This is what I do every week. I'm in the media, and this is all I do. I love war, my dude.
Okay, so now hang on, crime skills.
I'm letting you know this.
Hold on. I want to respond to what you said. Now, time is money. Yes, time is money.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, the war is costing Russia money. Why so much time to get Ukraine in check? They're trying to get them in check. Why so much time? Why not just, send in a couple of nukes, lay it down, and then retreat?
No.
Why not?
You know what's so crazy? Sometimes you have some show and I hear you say some things out of your mouth, and I'm like, yo, I can't believe you said that, because I've been telling my friends, I'm like, yo, I was kind of upset because I was like, yo, why don't we use nuclear weapon and just nuke the entire place? I've been saying that, but you know what I came to understand? The dude is in a position, he's scared to use nukes, but if he's put in the position to use them, he will use them. Don't get it twisted, but he really don't want to do it because a lot of them people are family. A lot of them are family, and he truly do not want to destroy it. But the more the U.S. push, the more he's going to have to do it. That's all it is. I've been on the same topic. I'm like, yo, I'm kind of upset with him because I would have been used nuke. If I was in this position, my dog,
Russia's pussy.
There would have been not even a bird, not even the wind wouldn't exist over there.
Russia's pussy.
Wiped everything off, every living, everything dead, brethren, everything. But that's the time I was on. But the more and more I pay attention to what's going on, I understand why he cannot do that. No. Pertaining to China, I want you to understand something.
Please.
Back in the early 2000s, I don't know if it was 04, 06, but there was a U.S. spy plane that China shot down and had it
China had this plane for years and didn't give it back. I think they gave it back eventually, like probably a decade after they finished, scrap it and copy and everything they got to copy or whatever. But it's kind of surprising with this balloon, because the dude you had on the line, he was on point, because they could use a EMP to really.
EMP is old technology. That's hang on. Crime Skills. That's not new technology. That's not.
Yeah, I know. But they could put the U.S. in darkness. You know what I'm saying? And the dude that you had on the line, I've been paying attention to some other sources that's been talking about the same EMP. Don't get it twisted. Russia has this weapon. Like Russia, a lot of people don't know. Russia has the most sophisticated defensive system.
Russia's pussy.
And it's because of NATO. You see what I'm saying? And it's because of NATO. It's what they keep on doing. So they're in NATO. They're not playing it, son. I don't care what.
Zelensky's pulling his dick out. Russia's pussy.
Don't get it twisted, Bridgen. Don't, Bridgen. that dude. Honestly, I gotta say, that dude, Putin, he fear God. I could tell you that, Star, and I pay attention to him. Trust me, Bridgen. He has a fear in him. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. He would have been used nuke. He would have been used nuke. And it's something like I couldn't get past. It took me a time. I was even kind of a little bit upset with him. I'm like, yo, why you keep on dragging this thing out?
Yeah.
But the more and more.
Because he's pussy. He's pussy.
I understand what's going on. And honestly, it makes sense for him to draw it out. It makes perfect sense that you understand.
Yeah. He wants Ukraine to suffer in the winter.
Yeah. You gotta do it. You gotta make them. You gotta put them through it in the winter. You gotta do it. You can't just give in to them. The dude is playing a really laughing game with the U.S. and Biden. Dog,
okay, so hold on. Crime Skills.
Go ahead.
I want you to finish up about the balloon that was shot down off of the coast of South Carolina, 6 miles to be precise, off of the coast of Myrtle Beach. Was anything in the balloon, or was it just an observation spy balloon? Or is there whatever, dropped from the balloon? Is that some type of sonar device now that's going down to the bottom of the ocean?
All right.
And then may cause earthquakes within less than... Hang on. May then cause earthquakes within less than 3 months. You do know that the HARP project is real. You do know that, yes?
Yeah, man.
Finish up.
I know about these things.
The HARP.
I would push more towards the side as biological weapon.
Okay.
They use it. It's not just two purpose.
Right.
They could use it for spy, and they could use it to release biological all kinds of disease. They could use it. So I don't see it really causing an earthquake, even though they have hardware inside of it that they use to do their surveillance from way up far and stuff. But it's more towards biological. You got to pay attention on both what's going over there and what's going over here. But that's it for the night, man. Respect, man. I appreciate the topic.
Good to talk to you.
I appreciate you doing this topic. We'll
Salute.
talk, all right?
Yes, sir. Salute. Okay. All right. Crime Skills tapping in, guys. All right. We had a good discussion. Yes, we did. One of my last sponsors, let me make sure I'm promoting them. EasyReachApparel.com. Please tell them I sent you. EasyReachApparel.com, okay? Folks, if you are a sponsor and you do not have a wrench in the live chat, please reach out to me via email. All sponsors should be able to have a wrench so that you can post links in that live chat. That's very, very important, okay? Houston, I got your Houston didn't send a donation. Houston, what are you sending me videos of Prince for? Computer Blue. The fuck? What's going on with Houston, guys? This year. Hey, Samantha. Thank you for your donation. Samantha says, tell that bumba clown, Crime Skills, shut the fuck up. Okay, he's a good guy. He's Spen Skrilla here, okay? I don't like to take shots like that, but thank you so much, okay? Okay, Bo Birch, you and I will talk. I got your donation. That's the homie, Bo Birch. Thank you for your support, man, and tap it in. You got my number, man. Holler at me, but thank you for your support, all right? Guys, I will see you possibly tomorrow. Possibly. I'm looking for one of my sponsors. I want to make sure I'm giving them some shine here. Vaughn's 2 Cents TV on YouTube. Folks, please go there. Subscribe. Tell them I sent you, okay? And if I missed any cash apps and super chats, I will get to them tomorrow. Thank you for your support. Good night.
that you partner with it. I ain't tryna stop you from the love that guides you. I just wanna be the one to try you, mold you, make sure that you're on a good road. Little did you know I can get fly, 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 fly. I can get fly, 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 fly. I can get fly, 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 fly. I can get fly, 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 fly. Ooh, this is the love and the flow that I live by. Just realize what it is and pass the lie. So don't be shy to get high. Got this green for the goodbye. Don't hold back on this new fly. I can get fly, 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 fly. I can get fly, 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 fly. I can get fly, 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 fly. I can get fly, 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 fly. Got a pack in the back and a seat on my left. What you wanna do, baby? You the best. Coming from the east, not the west. Southside got it written on my chest. And you know this is real love. I just wanna be the one to guide you, mold you, make sure that you're on the right road. Little did you know I can get fly, 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 fly. I can get fly, 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 fly. I can get fly, 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 fly. I can get fly, 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 Energy is fire. Conversation is right. If you stay tonight, baby, I might let you say all of me. Want you here, need your mind in these sheets. Completely intertwined in our minds, yeah. Tell your future like a psychic. Baby, you gon' end up right in my bed. Chemistry is science. I could play it cool, but I'd be lying. I'll read you like a psychic. I'ma tell you something, you gon' like it. Chemistry is science. Better than what you was fantasizing. Different kind of blue. Starry in the daytime. Found my living proof with you. I might lose all of me. Want you here, need your mind in these sheets. Completely intertwined in our minds, yeah. Tell your future like a psychic. Baby, you gon' end up right in my bed. Chemistry is science. I could play it cool, but I'd be lying. I'll read you like a psychic. I'ma tell you something, you gon' like it. Chemistry is science. Better than what you was fantasizing. Tell your future like a psychic. Baby, you gon' end up right in my bed. Chemistry is science. I could play it cool, but I'd be lying. Read you like a psychic. I'ma tell you something, you gon' like it. Chemistry is science. Better than what you was fantasizing.
fight no more with you. Really got time to fuss and fight no more. Why you tripping, baby? You know you invited. Acting like you know what's up, but you ain't psychic. Told you nothing going down, but you ain't like it. I told you nothing going down when you excited. So if you want a song, go and get the one. Show me the money, get the money, let's go down, down. Make it up, when we make it all, make it up, make it up, break it up, and we make it up, you out this world, need some space from me. I'm out here, girl, I'm back up in the street. So I don't really got time to